Thank you very much, Emmett Brown. Shout out to you. Man, this is kind of an embarrassing way to start, but yes, thank you. Welcome to the show. This is the Rooftop Sports. Here I am to talk about the fact that the Mariners are finally back at home here in Seattle, going up against the San Diego Padres. And Mariners are now, as of now, 4.5 games out of the division of the American League West. And the Mariners are also 3 games out of the wild card. So there is still hope for this season. But however, taking a look at the scoreboard, last time I checked, it didn't look too promising. Kansas City is completely obliterating the Yankees, so that may hurt the wild card chances. Boston's winning, so there's a good news there. I'm sorry, Boston is losing, so that's good news there. Twins are winning. That's bad news, especially against the Angels. I mean, that's the thing. Mariners have to pretty much sweep out the next for this entire week just to maybe break even, because look at the schedule the Twins have. They're playing a bunch of nobodies. The A's are beating the Astros, so that's some good news. So maybe if the Mariners win today, they'll be within 3.5 games out of the division. Now, before we keep this going, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification as we are getting ready for Mariners baseball. It'll be ready in 8 minutes. Now, the pitchers that are going to be playing today got George Kirby versus Yu Darvish. George Kirby has an 11-10 record with a 3.61 ERA, 162 strikeouts, 21 walks. But the problem is he gives up 20 home runs, so that's going to be the issue. Yu Darvish, 4-3 with a 3.51 ERA. I already said that. 57 strikeouts and 17 walks, and has given up 7 home runs. So I do expect this to be a challenge, because Yu Darvish is I'm not saying he's one of the best pitchers in baseball right now, but he is someone that will make it difficult. And looking at Yu Darvish's track record, I want to see if he's been an all-star before. He is a 5-time all-star. Yu Darvish was mostly played for the Texas Rangers, played for the Chicago Cubs, part of the Dodgers, and now the San Diego Padres since 2021. And he was an all-star back in 2021 last time around. So expect this to be an absolute challenge, must I say. And maybe I can see how he does in his career against... Maybe I can see what he does against these teams if I can even find it. All right, let's find in his career. Here it is. Versus the Mariners, he is 7-4 with a 3.57 ERA. So this is not going to be an easy game for the Mariners. And as for the starting lineup for the Mariners, here is the starting lineup. For the Seattle Mariners, we got Victor Robles leading off. Then it's Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, Randy Arozarena as the 4 guy, which I don't like and agree with. Luke Raley as the first baseman, Justin Turner, Jorge Polanco, J.P. Crawford, and Josh Rojas. For the San Diego Padres, they got Arias, if I can even say that right, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jerickson Profar. It's almost like the Mariners should have gotten Jerickson Profar back in that free agency when they had the chance. Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, Xander Bogaerts, Merrill, Solano, and Higa Shok. I can't even say his last name. So, yeah, sorry about that. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Thank you for being on this show. Thank you for giving me that welcome all the time. And also, thank you for being a member of this channel. The member channel is $5 a month. If you'd like to join, you get exclusive access to my fantasy football content, which, by the way, my fantasy football team did lose. But in fantasy baseball, let's see how I'm doing in my fantasy baseball this week. This week, today. And here we are. Game's about to start in about 5 minutes. I tried to see if I could get anyone to join. Nobody could join, unfortunately. I have Tatis not in my starting lineup. I forgot to start him. Maybe I should have. And I am winning against McLovin, so I do have hoping to get to the finals, which would be very ideal. And we are about 4 minutes away from the start of this game. Yu Darvish versus George Kirby. So this will expected to be a challenge. And I got to find my... Oh, yes, I do have it. Have my notebook, or shall I say, my handy-dandy notebook. George Kirby, in his last game against the Oakland A's, had 6 innings pitched, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, and 9 strikeouts. So let's hope that George Kirby can continue his outstanding start, because he has had a difficult August, and hoping that he is going to turn it around at some point, because he's going to have to for the month of September, because September is going to be a very tough month for the Mariners. And it looks like there's another commercial break going on, so I'm going to start playing a commercial of my own. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Yep, and use that promo code RoofTopSports to get your $20 off of that purchase, especially if you're going to a Padres game. So before you see that scalper, why don't you use my promo code to save yourself $20, because who knows if that scalper is going to give you a good deal, because I have my doubts on that. They're talking about Mariners. Mariners. Let me look at the commercials. We just don't cariners. What is this? Get out of your chariners. They're talking about the dance party, which is on Friday the 13th. Trident's up, baby, right? I don't know about that. Well, let's take a look at any of the... Oh, the notable injuries. Jimmy Garcia has been shut down for the rest of the season. Luis Castillo's on a 15-day IL. Gregory Santos might be back. He's on a rehab, so not really good things to report for the Mariners today, as they do have serious injury problems, to say the least, which is very unfortunate. Let's see what Ryan Divish said. So there was the moves. Luis Castillo is, going. So the only notable move was Sebi Zavala is going to be the catcher. Ah, great. Sebi Zavala is back on this team. You know how I feel about that, right? That's just another way to explain that we are pretty much toast for the rest of the season if Sebi Zavala is the one being called up. But yeah, Luis Castillo suffering an injury. And that's the thing. Like, I guess people are going to tell me, like, yeah, I told you not to make him pitch 100 pitches a game, which Scott Service did. And now he's injured. I mean, Scott Service, yeah, he made him pitch too much, but he also made him pitch too much when Castillo was not even pitching that good to begin with. Another day of suffering. Here we go. Well, you get to suffer here, right? That's the beauty of it. Yep, fans are still coming in. They're lining up, getting ready for this game. But Mariners have to win today, because if they don't win, they will then be 4 games back from the wild card. But it's going to be a very tight race in this wild card. But yeah, I mean, Minnesota has to... They have to lose, but it doesn't seem like that they are going to lose. And then looking at the Tigers game, if they are playing, they've already destroyed Colorado, so they're still going to be hanging around. Luis Arias. I can't even pronounce that name. I'm going to go on Google Translate and see if I can even get an idea of how to even say that guy's name. Arias. That's his name. Arias is the name. And then I'm going to figure out what's the name of this other guy. Wow, I didn't know that Ha-Sung Kim was injured himself. And now George Kirby is warming up. We're getting ready for this game. Higashioka is the catcher for the San Diego Padres. George Kirby has pitched 167 innings this season. His pitching arsenal's got the four-seam fastball, the sinker, the slider, the splitter, and the knuckle curve, which the usage of that has increased slightly a little bit. As we are getting ready for this game, hopefully the Mariners can figure out a way to win this game as well, because they're going to need it big time. And now we're looking at the first pitch that is coming up for Arias. And George Kirby's getting ready, and this first pitch will be brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, use that promo code RoofTopSports in the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to left field, and Robles is there. He makes the catch. I thought that was going to be a home run. It looked like from the angle that it was going to be a home run, but now he got one out. That was on the very first pitch, so a very efficient way to get the out. And now up to the plate, I believe is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. hasn't really played much in this season. He's been suffering of quite a bit of injuries. He's on my fantasy team, too. I put him on the bench, though. Now, here's the pitch. And that is a strike that was right on the inside corner. And now we've got an 0-1 count on Fernando Tatis Jr. as we are looking at the 0-1. And now here is the pitch. And that is fouled back and already strike two. I'm liking it so far already. George Kirby is looking to be very aggressive. He's not pitching it up the middle, which I really do like, at least as of now, because you do not want to be hanging those right down the middle. And now here is the 0-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball. And we're still looking at the 0-2 thus far. Now we're looking at the 0-2. I know, I didn't like that decision either. I thought it was a horrible decision. And now it was probably just to give Cal Raleigh some rest, I guess, but still a terrible idea. Now we're looking at the 0-2. And now here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Throw to first in time. And that was a very easy play. And now that's going to be one down. And now here is Jerickson Profar. He is up to the plate, and he has had an outstanding season for the San Diego Padres. If only the Mariners went out and got him, but they didn't. And now here's the pitch, and that is going to be a strike for Jerickson Profar. Profar last season didn't really do much. He signed with Colorado, really did not much at all. And now this is like his semi-breakout season. That is a strike, which, by the way, he was into the All-Star game. And he doesn't really strike out that much either. And his health has been the key to the success of this season so far, as we are looking at the 0-2 count for Profar in the pitch. And that is a foul ball, and we are still at an 0-2 count for Jerickson Profar. Now we're looking at the 0-2. And now here's the 0-2 pitch. And now here is a liner, and that is going right over the head of J.P. Crawford, just above the glove, and that is going to be a base hit. And there goes the perfect game already for George Kirby. Already ended in the top of the first inning. And now Manny Machado's up to the plate, and he's on my fantasy team. And now here's the pitch, and that is fouled back. Manny Machado has 25 home runs, 90 RBIs, a 275 hitter. Last season, he was batting .258 with 30 home runs, so he's been averaging to be a 30 home run hitter. He was a longtime Baltimore Oriole. Now we're looking at the 0-1 and the throwback to first, and that is not in time. Now we're looking at the 0-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. And that's going to be an 0-2 count on Manny Machado. 11 pitches so far for George Kirby. Would like it to keep it down as we're looking at the 0-2. And now here's the pitch. And that is strike three called, and that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It is no score so far with the Mariners coming up. SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut. Yep, go with your own gut. Don't ask me for advice. It would be very unideal. And now commercial break is still going on. And first up is going to be, the guy up to the plate is going to be Victor Robles. Who's actually been doing pretty well, and this commercial break is going on a lot longer than it should. I can see why Flick of the Switch felt that way. And now we are back from the break. And now we're looking at Victor Robles, who is up to the plate. He's batting .284 this season. He's been has had an outstanding season so far, batting .284. Then you got Julio Rodriguez and then Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh has about the third lowest batting average on the team, unfortunately. And now here is Victor Robles coming from Yu Darvish. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that hits the dirt. And that's going to be strike one. Pretty unideal swing, especially against Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish, 59 innings this season. Now here's the 0-1 from Yu Darvish. Going for the bunt attempt, and that is going to be low for a ball. Way too low for a ball. Yu Darvish is getting close to 40 years old, so he's had quite the longevity since he joined. He was 25 when he joined the Major League Baseball. Now we're looking at the 1-1 from Yu Darvish and the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, and that is a 1-2 count to Victor Robles. Now we're looking at 1-2 by Victor and the pitch. And now here's fly ball popped up. That's going right to the shortstop. He makes the easy catch, and that's going to be one away. Yu Darvish has a lot of combination of pitches. He's got the slider, fastball, sinker, the sweeper, splitter, curveball, knuckle curve, and a cutter. He's got everything you can think of. And now here is Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And here it is. And now here's a ground ball right to the shortstop. Throw to first. And that is in time. And that is going to be 1 down. 2 down, sorry. So Yu Darvish is putting them away real quick. In just 5 pitches, already 2 outs. Last game, Mariners beat the Cardinals with a 2-for-5 effort by Randy Arozarena with a 2-run home run. Now here is Cal Raleigh, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Cal Raleigh is 1-for-6 in his career against Yu Darvish. Cal Raleigh working on a 7-game hitting streak, batting .345. Now here is the 0-1 pitch, and that is low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1 count. Cal Raleigh with 27 multi-RBI games this season. Mariners are 21-6 when he has multi-RBI. So Cal Raleigh's got to do something to guarantee some kind of a victory. The pitch, low for a ball. That is going to be a 2-1 count on Cal Raleigh. He had 27 home runs in 2022, 30 home runs in 23, and he's closing in on 30 home runs this season. Now we're looking at the 2-1. And now here is the pitch. And now here is a fly ball to deep right field. And that is gone. That is a home run for Cal Raleigh. And the Mariners get on the board to make it a 1-0 game. And must I say, that was absolutely blasted out of there. What a hit by Cal Raleigh. And that is his 30th home run of the season as the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. And that was more than a cup of coffee by the big dumper given to me, because I was kind of falling asleep already for this game. And now we already have a 1-0 lead with that big dumper home run. And that was beautifully crushed. Like, you could just tell that that was just way out of there. Now here's Randy Arozarena, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Nice to get some early run in there. Really needed that badly. And now Randy Arozarena is working on a 1-0 count so far. And now here is the pitch. And now here is a ground ball right to the shortstop again to throw to first. And that is in time, but not before Cal Raleigh hits his 30th home run of the season. And the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. And now a word from our sponsor. Are you looking to optimize your office, studio, or man cave? The Glance LED ticker may be for you. It is a customizable LED display providing real-life sports scores, stock prices, crypto, the news, and even the weather. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get 10% off the purchase, and thank you. Yep, and thank you very much for watching that. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get your 10% off by going to that website. Website will be in the description. And it feels really good that the Mariners have taken a 1-0 lead thus far. Really encouraging, must I say. They're talking about sunscreens in the commercial. Would like to get back into this game real soon. It's the same sunscreen that I've had before. Now we are back from the break, and in case you missed it, Cal Raleigh hit a solo home run, and it was absolutely just tanked out of there. And that's Cal Raleigh's 30th home run of the season. Now we're going into the second inning where it is time for George Kirby to step up and shut these guys down as we got Jake Cronenworth up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Jake Cronenworth. He has 16 home runs this season. And now we're looking at the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Cronenworth is at 30 years old. Cronenworth has 78 RBIs this season, second most of his career. And now we're looking at the 2-0 pitch by Cronenworth to Cronenworth, and that is going to be a strike. And that is now a 2-1 count on Jake Cronenworth. Last 5 games, batting .333 with, well, 6 of 18, must I say. So that's .333. Cronenworth batting .251 thus far. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Camera pointing to Dan Wilson as we are looking at the 2-2. And now here is the 2-2 pitch. Now here's a ground ball and diving stop. Polanco to throw to first. And that is in time. What a play by Polanco, preventing a base hit. And a good defensive effort by Jorge Polanco. That deserves some kind of love. Great play. That was like textbook Brett Boone, by the way. Gave you the Brett Boone feelings. And now up to the plate is now Xander Bogaerts, one of the big free agent signings for the San Diego Padres. Now the pitch. Inside, that nearly got him. That's going to be ball 1. Last road trip, they only won 1 game against the Angels, then split the series against Oakland and won 2 games at St. Louis. They took 2 out of 3. And now here's the 1-0. And that is a strike. It's going to be a 1-1 count on Xander Bogaerts. He's a .333 hitter against George Kirby. As we are looking at the 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. Xander Bogaerts has struggled this season. Safe to say. Only 9 home runs this season. And now here is the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ha-Sung Kim has been out for a while. He's usually their shortstop. Had a pretty decent season last season. Now we're looking at the 2-2 for Bogaerts. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field. And Robles is there. He makes the catch. And that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2 down. Left fielder, by the way, is Randy Arozarena. And now here is Jackson Merrill, one of the rookies of this team. And that is a strike. He's batting .290 with a .322 on base percentage, 23 home runs. And this is a rookie. Now here's the 0-1 to Merrill. And that is low for a ball, 1-1. Now we're looking at the 1-1. And now here is the pitch. And that is just outside for a ball, 2-1 for Jackson Merrill. Batting .290. Now we're looking at the 2-1 for Jackson Merrill. And now here is the pitch. And that is a ball, 3-1. Cal Raleigh couldn't sell it to him. 26 pitches for George Kirby. And here is the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's a full count, 3-2. 27 pitches for George Kirby. And now the full count 3-2 pitch. And that is going to be a fly ball to left field. Arozarena, is he going to make it? Yes, he will. He'll make it, makes the catch. And that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 Mariners.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And yep, call that phone number when you get that chance. If you would like to, if you are interested, the information will be in the description. They're talking about the Kraken season ticket membership. Commercials break's been going for quite a bit. And we are back from the break. And thus far, George Kirby's been pitching pretty well today. Just one strikeout, only giving up one hit, but he's been getting out of the innings efficiently. And I'm jealous of what the Padres got since their bullpen acquisitions. I wish the Mariners got those players. And now here is Luke Raley. Going for a bunt attempt going down the line, foul. And the third baseman was ready for that. Could have made the play. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise that it went foul. Raley's batting .239 with 18 home runs and 49 RBIs. He is a .500 hitter against Yu Darvish. And now the pitch. That is going to be low for a ball. Luke Raley has hit RBIs in 7 of his last 12 games, home runs in 2 of his last 7 games. And now here is the 1-1 pitch. And he tried to flash that bunt again, and that's not happening this time. It's going to be a 2-1 count on Luke Raley. Luke Raley is now 33 of 49 RBIs have come on T-Mobile Park. And now the 2-1 pitch. Tried that bunt attempt again. It's going to be a 3-1 count. Been working the count pretty well. Last season, hit 19 home runs. He's had a solid WRC plus, above average at least. And now the 3-1 pitch. And now here's a fly ball belted to deep right field, and that is gone. Another home run for the Mariners. It is now 2-0 on the home run by Luke Raley. That is home run number 19, and that was absolutely blasted out of there. Mariners take the lead 2-0, and they just got to keep pounding and pounding. What a blast by Luke Raley. More like the Nuke Raley, shall I say. Had a nice spin to it, but that was just blasted way out of there. And that is going to be a strike for Justin Turner. Now he's a 5 of 9 career hitter against Yu Darvish. And now the pitch to Justin Turner. And that's just going to be outside for a ball. And now we're looking at the 0-2 so far. And now the pitch. And now here is a blooper, and that's going to drop in for a base hit as Justin Turner gets on base with a no-out single. And by the way, yes, I already said it. There is no outs thus far. And that home run, by the way, on Luke Raley was a 3-1 pitch. It was absolutely just destroyed. And now we got Jorge Polanco up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that was a huge curveball, and that is going to be a strike. Jorge Polanco is now 0 for 1 thus far, or he has an 0-1 count on him. And now the pitch. And that is just inside for a ball. Yep, Dave Sims is correct that the Mariners absolutely need the bat of Jorge Polanco to start cooking, much more than he already kind of has in that half. And now we are looking at the 0-1 pitch. Now here it is, and that is going to be outside for a ball. Good eye by Jorge Polanco. And now the 2-1 pitch. Now here's a ground ball, probably a double play ball. Throw to second, throw to first. And that's going to be in time for the double play. And that's already going to be 2 outs. And Jorge Polanco has already killed that momentum. That is definitely a booable, a criticizable offense. And now here is J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Let's see what J.P. Crawford can do with 2 outs. Don't expect him to do much at all, though. And now JP batting 198. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. Disagreed with it, but the umpire made the call. We're looking at the 0-1 so far. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's probably going to do it. Yep, it's going to do it. He is there. Cronenworth makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. But the good news is the Mariners come up with another run on a home run by Luke Raley. That's back-to-back innings with home runs by the Mariners. So they are chipping along.
Are you making these money mistakes that help? It's new. It's gross. It's Bitcoin. Crypto, baby. How am I traveling the world and just
2 comments so far. I think we can say Edgar has had an impact. I would agree with that. Aside from those home runs, their at-bats have not been very good. They're okay, I guess. I don't know. Are you trying to say they've been very good? Or are you trying to say they were not so good? But they have been approaching it a lot better, though. So that we can agree with. And now we are back from the break. How about them Bears? 1-0 is all I know. Isn't that all you know, Christian? Well, so are the Seahawks there 1-0, but the bad news is so are the 49ers. So that I'm more concerned about. How did you feel about Caleb Williams, Christian? And now there's the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. George Kirby does pitch well at home. Very well. On the road, not so much. Gives up 17 home runs. And now the pitch. And that is going to be outside for a ball. And that is going to be a 1-1 count. And now we're looking at the 0-1 pitch so far for Solano. And the pitch again. Outside for a ball once again. Now the 2-1. And that is a foul ball. Now we're looking at the 2-2, and Solano does very well at T-Mobile. He is a .391 hitter. So for anyone that thinks T-Mobile Park is the problem for hitters, Solano is there to tell you that he disagrees. Donovan Solano is now 36 years old. Spent much of his career with Miami and San Francisco. Not really much of a home run hitter. The pitch. And that is a foul ball. He gets on base, I guess. But he does hit well against the Mariners in T-Mobile Park. And Jay Trident Podcast, glad that you're on this show. Wish you joined me, though. It would have been much more fun. And now we're looking at the 2-2 pitch. And that is fouled again. Still 2-2. Also, no outs. And now we are looking at the 2-2. And now here's a fly ball to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. A little bit of miscommunication or maybe the lack of hustle. And Jay Trident Podcast, I'm very flattered by that I am your play-by-play for tonight. Rather better this than MLB.com, the app, or if you have a radio somewhere, which I don't think you do. Royals beating the Yankees doesn't really help. Orioles beating the Red Sox does help. Twins have just defeated the Angels, so that's not going to help. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to center field, and Julio is going to make the catch, and that's going to be one down. Astros tied the game. Fantastic. Isn't that great? You know what? Here's my reaction to that. That's exactly how I feel. Here is Luis Arias. Not Urias, but Arias. Arias, or however you say his name. And now we're looking at the pitch. And now here it is. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As that's going to be an 0-1 pitch, 0-1 count. Ben Gamble, yeah, he's been a hero to them, absolutely. Unfortunately, maybe the Mariners should have picked up on him. Now the pitch. And now here's a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. Now you got runners on first and second, and now this is where you're getting a little bit nervous. Yep, they just did tie the game. You are correct, Jay Trident Podcast. And how did that even happen? Ben Gamble's not even playing, though. Oh, he did pinch hit, and he did walk, and he did score in that run, so he did have something to do with it. Now we got Fernando Tatis Jr., and I would give anything to make it into a double play, as it is absolutely needed. And this game can turn around real quick in a bad way. And the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one. That was absolutely blasted by Fernando Tatis. And now the Padres have now taken a 3-2 lead. And that, again, was just absolutely demolished by Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's what I was nervous about, was he was going to hit that kind of a home run. Like, I did see it coming, unfortunately. Yep, it was absolutely blasted. Like, the moment that it left the bat, George Kirby had that kind of reaction where he was like, I mean, in his mind, his reaction was pretty much this. Why is Dave Sims even laughing at that? That's not even funny. It's not funny, Dave Sims. Where are the Mariner fans? They're not even showing up to cheer. See, this is how passive-aggressive Seattle fans are. The 0-1, and that's going to be low for a ball. I'm going to tweet this. Why is Dave Sims laughing about a fan looking for the Tatis home run? This isn't funny. This is why I don't like Dave Sims very much. I mean, Dave Sims, he's laughing about a home run. He's laughing about a fan. It's like, it's not funny. It's 100% not funny. As we are looking at the 2-2 so far for Jurick Singh Profar, the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball, 3-2. So he was laughing about the fact that the fan was like juggling. It was a Tatis fan, a Padres fan looking for that home run ball. And he was kind of like laughing about it. It's like, it's not funny. The Mariners are losing. That's the bottom line. The 3-2, ground ball foul. The good news about the home run by Tatis, though, was he does give me 3 RBIs on my fantasy baseball team. So I guess there is something to be kind of happy about. I think. I shink. And now the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down he goes, and that's going to be finally be 2 outs. Yep. Kirby really needed that. It's really sad to see the Mariners already down 3-2. And now here's Manny Machado up to the plate. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. You still got to pitch around this Padres team. It's still not going to be easy to beat a team like this that is fighting for that division lead. For the division in general. In the National League West, that is. As we are looking at the 1-0 so far. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. I still am bothered by the fact that Dave Sims was just laughing about that home run. It's not funny. And now we're looking at the 1-1 so far. And the pitch. And a fly ball to right field, and Robles is there. He makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. But Fernando Tatis Jr. hits a 3-run home run, and now the Padres have now taken quite the lead, 3-2. And you'd think that feels insurmountable because the bad Mariners offense. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Oh, this game is making me... It makes me irk very much. Mariners had a 2-0 lead, and they just blew it immediately. Like, immediately. It makes me irked very much. Yeah, it seems that the Mariners, they take these leads for granted. That's for sure. Kevin Kirby, you are correct. And yeah, George Kirby's not had his best stuff in a month. Yep, that is true too. And yet we have Dave Sims laughing about a home run. Like, it's not funny. It really is not funny. Like, why are you even laughing about that? Like, it just bothers me. Can't afford to lose ground with so few games left. Anytime they lose as essentially as a death blow to the season. You are 100% correct, Jay Trident Podcast. It is a complete death blow. And what's worse is these Padre fans are outdoing the Mariner fans. It's almost like Mariner fans don't even care. And now here is Josh Rojas up to the plate. They still haven't even gone through the entire lineup. And now here's the pitch by Darvish, and that is a strike. Yes, he did. Fernando Tatis put up in front. You don't have to remind me, Dave Sims. And now here is the 0-1 pitch. And now here's a ground ball. Now get right through for a base hit. And now we got Josh Rojas here at first base with a single. Casey says, I think this game has turned him cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's why he's laughing. I mean, he laughs at everything. He makes really dumb jokes, and then he gets offended when people have different opinions of him. He's like, hey, you think you could play better? Kind of that kind of expression. And now here is Victor Robles up to the plate. And now the pitch. And a bunt attempt, and that is a drop as a beauty. The throw to first, and not in time! And that is going to be a bunt single, infield single for Victor Robles, and the Mariners have runners on first and second with nobody out so far. And now this is Julio Rodriguez's time to step up to the plate. That was beautifully drawn bunt by Victor Robles. And this is what we're seeing that Dan Wilson's allowing. Had Scott Service been the manager, I don't think that even happens. Vic's last 10 games, Robles is batting .424 with 8 RBIs. And now here is Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. This is the opportunity for Julio to get it going. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was trying to be that hero. It's like, you don't have to be the hero, Julio. Don't have to. Try not to do so cute. He's working on an 11-game hitting streak, by the way. Had a 15-game hitting streak last season. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss again, and he's really trying to go for that home run. Runners on first and second. Got Josh Rojas at second, Victor Robles at first, and now Julio is already down to a final strike. He's batting .262 with 14 home runs and 49 RBIs. You would hope that maybe he gets to, if he really is on fire, he can maybe get to 70 RBIs, but I have my doubts. That's .248 with runners in scoring position, so that's not something to be happy about. And now we're looking at the 0-2, and now here's the pitch. And strike 3 called. And that is on 3 pitches. And I would boo. And Julio was not happy with the call, but I'm not happy that you didn't take a swing. And now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate, and maybe he can provide some offense on this one once again. Let's do it again, Cal Raleigh, shall we? And now here is the pitch to Cal Raleigh, and a ground ball foul. Maybe he's trying to be that hero with the way he's swinging. Mariners really got to make something big happen because they cannot afford to lose these games because basically everyone that matters have won the game. The only team that lost that does matter is Boston, but that's not saying much. The 0-1, and that is a foul ball. He chased that one up there. And now that is strike 2 already. We got strikes already happening. Strike 2 is already happening so quickly. And now we are looking at the 0-2 pitch for Cal Raleigh. And now the 0-2 pitch. And that is popped up, and nobody's going to move on that one. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. It's almost like I thought Julio should have just bunted again. Bunted for the team. And now we got Luke Raley up to the plate, and I don't know if Luke Raley's going to be able to save him. Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Not Luke Raley. Wait. Okay, I can't watch this. I really can't watch this. We all know that Randy Arozarena is not going to do anything on this, right? Am I right? I think I'm right. I don't think he's doing anything on this. He bats .220 with 19 home runs. He looks like he doesn't give a crap about baseball. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Rosarena has hit safely in 11 of his last 14 games. Well, he better do it again. And now we're looking at the 0-1 so far. And now the pitch. What kind of swing was that? Horrible swing. Mariners are about to kill this momentum already. And now we're looking at the 0-2 for Randy Arozarena. They're talking about his postseason numbers, which I don't care about. Long time ago. And he's probably going to strike out, isn't he? Watch this. Bye-bye. Yep, he strikes out. I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right that he was going to strike out. I knew it.
Massaging seats in this Mercedes are so
no out, so what? Remember 2 outs, so what? Now it is no out. It was 2 outs, so what? Now it's no out, so what? Game could have been tied if Julio bunted. Yeah, you're correct. He tried to be the hero. He just got to get too cute. Scott Service would have been like, well, at least that we had a good inning of runners on first and second. Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, rest in peace, James Earl Jones, the Lord Vader. It's pretty sad. I really miss you already. He had a beautiful Darth Vader voice. Game would have been tied if Julio bunted. Yep, you are correct.
Is the personal price plan theorem.
This game makes me sick to my stomach already.
Just for you, bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Take a look at the Verizon player profile. How about what's coming up? We got Kamar Rocker making his big lead.
Kamar Rocker? I think I'm going to add that guy to my fantasy baseball team. I think he will make the Mariners offense look like crap. All right, it's time to add him. Kumar Rocker. I'm already adding him to my fantasy baseball team because he's going to do absolute damage on the Mariners. As we got Jake Cronenworth. And now here is the pitch. And that is low for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. And Cronenworth, and now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Now we're looking at the 2-2 for Cronenworth. And now the pitch. And that is a foul ball, still strike two. Although this game has been going a little bit fast, it's just that Mariners are down 3-2. As we are looking at the 2-2 for Jake Cronenworth. And the pitch. Up high for a ball. 3-2 the count. As we are looking at the 3-2. And now here is the pitch. And that is a foul ball. Still a 3-2 pitch so far for Jake Cronenworth. You got to get this guy out. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be up high for ball four as Cronenworth gets in there with a leadoff walk. And George Kirby's already is struggling once again. It's just not, this is not fun. And now Xander Bogaerts. Wow, Mariners have lost 16 of their last 29 starts. And now we are looking at the 0-1 so far for Xander Bogaerts. The pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 0-2 for Xander Bogaerts. And we're looking at the 0-2. And now the pitch. Ground ball. Could be a double play ball. Throw to second. Throw to first. In time for the double play. And that's going to be 2 outs. I still think we should skip the start for Kirby. Have him figure out he has not been good lately. Yeah, I'm all for that. But the problem is the depth of the starting rotation is thinned out because we don't have Luis Castillo. And I said George Kirby was the best pitcher on this team, and now it looks like it's Brian Wu. 21st walk for George Kirby. And now the pitch to Jackson Merrill, and that is a strike. Mariners are 17-5 in series versus opponents at T-Mobile Park. Merrill's batting 7th in the order so far. He's 0-1, and now the pitch, and that is low, and that gets away. Bring in Logan Evans. Tired of Emerson Hancock and Diaz call-ups? I agree. See what Logan Evans can do. What do you got to lose? Now we're looking at the 1-1 for Jackson Merrill. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, and that is 2-1. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the first baseman, Luke Raley. He got it, and he gets to first base, and that is out. And unfortunately, the Mariners are down. SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut. Yep, go with your own gut. Just like the Mariners should go with their own gut on something, but they've just been struggling offensively. Why are they showing J.P. Crawford? He sucks. And Haniger's garbage too. They're showing Scott Service. And we are back from the break. Now here's Luke Raley up to the plate. See if he can get something going for the Mariners. Just like how Dave Sims just constantly just laughing around. He's just literally goofing around. Now here is Luke Raley up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. He is 1 for 1 with a home run thus far. And now here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. Two career multi-home run games is Luke Raley. And now the pitch. And that is inside for a ball. We're looking at the 2-1 thus far. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball left field foul. 2-2 the count. As we are looking at the 2-2. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike three. And that's going to be one down. Iced out. I don't think that's a good marketing tactic. I mean, look at this. They're marketing ice. Really? Iced out? That's garbage. He's already iced out. What a way to... Good marketing tactics. Good job, Mariners. The pitch to Justin Turner. And that is popped up. And that is playable by Cronenworth. And he makes the catch. Mariners have won 6 of their last 7 games against the Padres. Oh, man, this game is making me nauseous. Now here is Jorge Polanco up to the plate. And here is the pitch. And that is in there for a strike. We're looking at the 0-1 so far. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball again. Or for once. And that's going to be a 1-1 count on Jorge Polanco. He's batting .204 with 14 home runs and 39 RBIs. As we are looking at the 1-1 so far. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that seems like a very lazy swing by Jorge Polanco. That's going to be a 1-2. Polanco doesn't really have much extra base hits. So after this season, I don't think the Mariners are going to extend him. They're not going to pick up that option. And I wouldn't. As we are looking at the 1-2 so far for Jorge Polanco. And now the 1-2 pitch. And that is low for a ball, 2-2. As there's 2 outs, by the way, so it's not looking good. As we're looking at the 2-2 so far. And now the 2-2 pitch. And that is outside for a ball, 3-2, full count. Three and 2 for Jorge Polanco. And now the 3-2 pitch. Now here's a line drive base hit, and that could get to the gap. And is Jorge Polanco going to go to second? No, he will not. And he's going to second base, and he is out. What an idiot. Did I even say that it was not advisable to run? I wonder if he was going to run. Not even challengeable on that. Polanco, you're a freaking idiot. I'm going to review exactly what I said.
Might be good to go, team. We'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens.
Yep, he was a complete idiot for that.
This RAV4 is a hybrid EV, so you can take your adventures even further.
Check out all this cargo space.
Yep, he's a dumbass for that.
And get low 4.99 APR financing.
Or lease a RAV4 from $359 a month with 2 years no cost payments.
Toyota. Places.
Bro, what? That's a risky move. No, you should totally do it. You should have another. No way. That's never gonna hit. Still, call me Casino, Seattle's closest sports book. Today at the Home Depot, get up to $1,500 off select appliances like Whirlpool at the lowest prices guaranteed. For simple solutions that make guarantee your family full use. Shop Labor Day savings on Whirlpool appliances at the Home Depot. it did. Fernando Tatis do some damage offensively. So we check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Watch this play. The right fielder Mitch, as Polanco is hustling and trying to turn his single into a double. Quick release, tries to help strength off the wall. You see Polanco.
That throw to right field by Tatis was very effortless, too. That was the worst part. He didn't even have to try to get him out. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. We are looking at a 0-1 count for Donovan Solano. And now the pitch. And that is a foul ball. This season batting .291. 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. He is an on-base guy. As we are looking at the 0-2 and the pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-2. Now we're looking at the 1-2. Outside for a ball. 2-2. Now we're looking at the 2-2. And now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Full count 3-2. As we're looking at the 3-2. And now the pitch. Foul ball again. As we are looking at the 3-2 pitch so far. And here is the pitch. And a fly ball to right field, fouled. I think the bullpen's going to come out real soon after this inning. 71 pitches for George Kirby, so maybe he'll go into the 7th inning, but I don't think he'll go anything more than the 7th. I think he might even leave as early as the 6th inning. Now the 3-2 pitch. Now here's a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. As Donovan Solano leads it off with a base hit. And now we're getting towards close to that top of the lineup. Now we're looking at the pitch and a bunting attempt, and that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch, low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1. Also, end of the 9th inning. Now it is an extra innings between the Athletics and the Astros. But the good news is at least the A's will start with a man on second base because of extra inning rules of ridiculousness. Now we're looking at the 1-1 and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be a 1-2 count. Now we're looking at the 1-2 and the pitch. Oh, and a fly ball to left field, but fouled. Yeah, I would, but you also got to blame the offense. I mean, you had 2 men on at one point with nobody out, and they still couldn't score on that. So you got to put up on both of them. Now it's the starters that are starting to get burned out. 1-2. Check swing. He did not go. Should probably take a look at the Oakland A's game on my other end. On my MLB app. Too bad it's blacked out in Mariners games. And now the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He did go. That's going to be strike 3. It looks like I got my friend Ian going to be joining us in just a few moments. And hopefully maybe he'll bring the good luck charms to this baseball game because it has been very difficult to watch. After 2 home runs by the Mariners, it was answered by Tatis. And that is outside for a ball as we are back at the top of the lineup. And now we're looking at the 1-0 so far. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Got to find that Oakland A's Astros game. Got to get my headset on. Brett Rooker is up to the plate, by the way. And there is one out with a man on third base. The pitch inside, and that nearly got him. And that is going to be a 2-1 count for Luis Arias. And now it looks like Ian is on. About to get him onto the show. How you feeling, kid? Well, it's George Kirby's not really helping the cause.
You know, I really hate to say this, but Kirby sucked for the whole second half of the season, and it's starting to upset me.
It really is, and it should.
I forget that I'm on Michigan time sometimes, so I completely forget.
All good.
But yeah, we should be good. It's 3-2. I've been following the game, but you know, at least we have some runs. That is a good sign to see for me, and at least we get some at bats. So
yeah, and it looks like we have Fernando Tatis Jr. up to the plate, and this will be a tough one. And now the pitch up high for a ball, and that is going to be a 1-0 count.
Yeah,
and Kevin Kirby could be correct that I would walk Tatis too.
You know,
we got a man on first base.
I wouldn't pitch to Tatis at all right now, just because
I wouldn't either.
We just haven't been
the pitch up high for a ball, 2-0, and the fact that there's already 2 balls on Tatis, it's like you might as well just walk him, save your arm, don't waste pitches.
It's true. I wouldn't throw anything to Tatis at all.
As we're looking at the 2-0 so far, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Kirby fooled them on that one. That's going to be a 2-1 count. And also bad news, 2 outs for the Oakland A's in the top of the 10th.
What's the
as
score?
Brent Rooker struck out. It's 2-2 so far, tied. JJ Bleday is up on the plate. And now the 2-1. Fouled back, and that is strike 2.
Strike 2. That's a good count.
It's an okay count to have. Oakland is down to that final strike for that inning, and then it'll be the Astros' turn to get that victory, which will probably happen.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Oh.
And now the 2-2 pitch. Low for a ball. And Oakland just struck out.
Well,
Side is retired. As we are looking at the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And as we asked George Kirby to do the intentional walk, he actually said, no, I'm going to strike him out, and which he did. Granted, that was a little bit lucky as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and I need a breather because this game really sucks. The big one. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. So, any takeaways of the game so far, Ian?
Yeah, sorry, I was double checking stats. as far as the Astros game first, the A's have a shot, but as you said, yeah, the Astros are good with getting a runner home. My biggest takeaway is our pitching. It's not a bad start giving up 3 runs. The issue is our offense is never there. So like 3 runs to me is like almost an eternity to try to get back just because of our lack of hitting. So I mean a 3-2 game isn't that bad, but the way I'm looking at it is if they pull Kirby and the bullpen doesn't hold it together, we're not going to come back in the game. So we
Not at
really
all.
we need to start hitting. Hold on, let me look up this other thing. I was quickly looking at a stat real quick. Just all together with the game, there's been 6 hits isn't bad. My biggest issue is you have Julio 0 for 2, Rosarena 0 for 2, and JP Crawford 0 for 1. It's just those key pieces need to get on base for us to do something.
Especially Rosarena. And he's got to find a way to step up with runners in scoring position, which, by the way, he should not be the runner, and he should not be hitting cleanup.
No, he should not.
And now here is JP Crawford, and now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is a strike, and he shouldn't have swung at that one. Mason Miller is on the bullpen for the Oakland A's, so maybe that makes me feel a little bit better, but not by much.
We might have a shot. Mason Miller is really good, so.
And here's the 0-1. And that's a line foul. The tragic thing is that Minnesota won, so that's not going to help. They also are playing the Angels, so they have a pretty lightweight schedule compared to the Mariners have. As Oakland got their first out.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't want the wild card. I want the division, and there's no point in winning the wild card because we can't win a wild card matchup. But I think if we took the division, we have a shot.
As we are looking at the 1-2 for JP Crawford. 52 pitches for Darvish. He's been pitching outstanding. And the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. That was literally right down the middle, and he could not even make contact with it. Absolutely pathetic. And that's going to be 1 out. And ground ball. And Oakland now has 2 outs already in the extra innings. Kyle Tucker is at third base, though. With 2 outs so far.
Well, as long as they can get the 3rd out, give Oakland a shot. That's all we want.
And now here is Josh Rojas up to the plate. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out so far. And the pitch to Josh Rojas. And that is a swing and a miss. And Oakland's going to have to get through Jeremy Pena, who is 1 for 3 against Mason Miller, but 2 strikeouts. Uh-oh, and here's a line drive, and that is caught by the right fielder of Oakland. That will end the inning.
Was it Butler?
I think it was Butler. Or no, it could be Dawes Cameron.
Dawes Cameron.
Like father, like son.
Hey, man, the A's out here playing some help.
That was Dawes Cameron. Yes. And the pitch. And that calls for a YouTube short. Like father, like son. Dawes Cameron, son of Mike Cameron. Mike Cameron would be proud of that. You bet that he was jumping up and down for that.
I bet he was wanting the Mariners to have a chance to win.
1-1. And now here's the ground ball foul. I'm still... Yep, I would be mad at Julio too. I hope we can get a big turnout in the calls too. I mean, we got Chad last time. Now we just need somebody else and others. As we are looking at the 1-2 so far. And now the pitch. Ground ball foul again. Man, there's that. Okay, I know this is gonna sound a bit TMI, but that Hims commercial is very cringe. Can't believe they're showing that.
Hey, man.
We're 1-2. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. I think I'd rather watch that Hims commercial all day long than watch the Mariners offense.
I mean, what's crazy is this is like 10 times better than what we've had all season, and yet it's still sporadic and really bad. That's the problem.
It's still, yeah, it really is.
But I mean, at least Egger figured out to make them at least sometimes hit the ball.
At least take longer to strike out.
I would just
And the
like to
pitch to
know.
Robles. And now here's a fly ball to deep center field. And that is going to be hitting the wall. And now Victor Robles is going to get a stand-up double on that one. It really seemed like the Marine layer. Now, people are saying it. The Marine layer did screw over that home run. But here's the thing. The T-Mobile Park problems has nothing to do with Mariners' offensive problems. It's their approach at the plate. I mean, plus, Tatis doesn't have a problem hitting home runs.
No, he doesn't. That was a big hit. We really needed that.
That was huge. But now you got Julio Rodriguez, who probably is going to kill the momentum, unfortunately. I hate to say it.
Julio get in there, get an 0-2 count, and then give the fans what they want, a big swing and a miss.
Yep. That's exactly what they want.
They just love to watch Julio, okay?
Now we got the pitching coach coming up to you, Darvish, and he's like, bro, relax.
It's just
Julio is bad. It's just Julio. It's not. And yep, Casey really does reiterate my point. Marine layer is not an excuse when all of our opposing teams get hit home runs.
Well, I mean, I just like to point out the fact, just to use a Seattle person that got blackballed, A-Rod never had a problem hitting home runs for us here or against us at Safeco. So,
nope.
I mean,
2000. Well, let's play a game. Mariners offensive players that did fine on the T-Mobile. We'll do that on commercial break.
okay. I like it.
Yeah. And then, of course, all the haters of my channel will be like, well, yeah, it's because they're all-stars. It's like, well, we have Julio who's an all-star player, or was.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ty
And
France
now-
is killing it. He was an all-star.
And now here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball foul. Kevin Kirby believes that Teo said he had a hard time hitting at T-Mobile. Yeah, but still, his struggling season was still productive for the Mariners, unfortunately.
His season was better than
What we have now. I mean, we could use his numbers right now. And we are looking at an 0-1 for Julio Rodriguez and the pitch. And that is low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1. Seth Brown's looking at an 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And now Oakland has already gotten 2 outs in that inning. And looks like Victor Robles is at third base. I didn't pay attention to the stolen base that he gotten. And now here is the 1-1. You know, if I were Julio, maybe you do I'm even okay doing a suicide squeeze at this point. That's how desperate I am for offense, even with 2 outs. But now you can't anymore because you can't bunt on 2 outs, and not that you should.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No, of course not. Now we're looking at the 1-2 for Julio. Probably going to strike out. Like, I'd be shocked if he didn't. Like, if you were making a bet that Julio was going to strike out on this at bat, you'd have to bet $10 just to win $1. And now we're looking at the 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And now here's a ground ball, and that's not going to get it done to throw to first. That really pisses me off. Look at that lackadaisical effort by Julio. He didn't even, like, sprint or hustle. Julio's lack of hustle is very concerning.
I'm under the impression that as soon as he hits it and it's bad, he gives up.
Julio really lacked hustle on that. I mean, at least, oh my God, don't even get me started. Okay, players that had no problems at T-Mobile Park. Well, we can go back and forth with each other. 2000 Edgar Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to name a player. And we're just going to go back and forth.
Oh, players who did really good for us?
At T-Mobile, off of T-Mobile Park.
Oh, 2001 Brett Boone.
Alex Rodriguez.
What year? Or are you just going in all time?
Just going, yeah, I might go years or names in general.
I was gonna say Ichiro. You could do any year, but specifically the year he hit 262.
362.
Yeah.
Nelson Cruz.
Robinson Cano.
Rookie Julio Rodriguez.
Older Kyle Seager.
Mitch Haniger.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Who else had a? There was Russell Branyan.
Russell, the Muscle Branyan.
Yep.
I think George Kirby, I think they're pulling him out of the game, it looks like, because they're showing the highlights of George Kirby. So it looks like, nope, they're still keeping him in. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But George Kirby still got to pitch better either way.
Well, it doesn't help when
Yep.
your star player decides to not hustle out a ground ball.
Yeah, he does not hustle at all. That was just very lack of hustle by Julio.
It's disappointing and upsetting.
Really is. George Kirby at 5 innings so far with 4 strikeouts and the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. Mason Miller is out of the game now. So that gives me skull emojis.
Did the A's not score in the last inning?
Nope. The 1-0.
Okay.
And a foul ball for Jurickson Profar, who was, by the way, a 2022 free agent, and Mariners had the opportunity to get him, but they didn't.
Of course they did.
They let the freaking Rockies get him. And the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and a fly ball deep to right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit, and looks like that is a ground rule double. And we got Jurickson Profar at second base with a leadoff double. And after that, we got Manny Machado. And I would actually do the intentional walk on Manny Machado.
What's your reason? I'm curious.
Just an excuse to maybe cause a double play.
I was gonna say, have you looked at his double play numbers? He always grounds out. If you put the guy on him, if you put Machado in, he's normally, if he gets a walk, the guy behind him normally hits into a double play. He's actually got crazy high double play numbers.
That'd be a great strategy, but they won't do it. That's what this team is afraid of doing. They're afraid of doing the intentional walk.
Again, I wonder if that's because Dan, I mean, no offense, Scott, when I say this, I wonder if Scott ruined that for Dan Wilson.
Probably did. And we got a swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1.
Yeah. I mean, it's disappointing to me that that they'd allow that.
And now we're looking at George Kirby with a shaking glove and the 1-1. And that is a strike 1-2. So maybe there is a chance to strike him out.
I mean, if Kirby can give us 2 more innings and we don't let him
Chargois and Troy Taylor is now in the bullpen. And speaking of bullpen, Jimmy Garcia is injured. He's going to be out for the season. So much for trading Clase. The 1-2. Yep. And that is a foul ball, 1-2 once again.
I had not heard he was out for the season. What was the injury?
I can look it up. Ben Gamble just hit a ground ball out.
Nice. Is that a Matt Hasselbeck jersey? Because that's pretty dope.
It is. And Manny Machado is reaching out for these pitches for whatever reason. Garcia is on a 60-day. I don't know exactly what it was. But yeah, there's my Hasselbeck jersey, my Marshawn Lynch.
I love the Hasselbeck because he was my favorite Seahawk. So I have.
We want the ball, and we're gonna score.
Or not.
And
well,
now,
you don't need to bring up that moment.
And now here is the 1-2 pitch, and that ball is just drilled to right center field. Forget about that one. And this game has been broken open as Manny Machado hit a 2-run home run. And I think it's safe to say that I was correct. Maybe they should have done the intentional walk.
No doubt.
But if it makes myself feel better, Manny Machado is on my fantasy baseball team, so I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about that. I need to take a walk. Hold on, give me a second. I need to go let out some steam off that one.
Yeah, I would. And I think if I'm Dan Wilson, I would just pull him out right now. He's on 97 pitches and he's not even effective.
Yes.
That was just absolutely just demolished. And yep, George Kirby is out of the game.
Do I need a pair of vintage cowboy boots?
Well, that right there proves a point that we were actually talking about with someone else a couple weeks ago. They said I want pitchers to pitch the whole game. That's why you don't leave a pitcher in the whole game, because when they lose it, they get tagged.
Like George Kirby. I mean, Scott Service, the way he pulled his pitchers was really bad. Like he would pull pitchers when they're pitching like borderline perfect games, but he would leave a guy in when they're struggling.
Yeah, 100%.
Dan Wilson is not really that much different.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's pissing me off, at least with today's game, is the lack of hitting. But then Dan Wilson just, I don't think I would have. I wanted him to go 8, but I think I would have pulled him.
And Casey, thank you for the $5 tip. I really do appreciate that. If anyone wants to follow suit, go ahead. I really do appreciate it. Helping me suffer, or I'm providing a service by suffering for all you. Because this game is an understatement painful. This thing is annoying. You guys are cool dudes for doing the streaming for us. Yep, I'm providing a service, and hopefully we can get more people, more Mariners fans to know that I do something like this. So, I mean, my other competitor is Northwest Sports Fanatics. He's the other guy that does it.
It's Rooftop. He just is nice enough to allow my wild baseball takes on his channel.
Yeah. So, and like other channels, you're probably gonna be met with opposition.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to be fair. I mean, I don't take too many wild accusations on channels. I just get upset when the Mariners start. Sorry, I'm cleaning out my work.
Now here is Dawes Cameron. The Dawes Cameron.
Is he up to bat?
He is up to bat. He's
Wouldn't
going for
that
a
be
bunt.
crazy if he
Beautiful bunt by Cameron. And it was a bunt single.
That's good. The runner advanced then.
The pitch. And that is a strike. Imagine if A's win and Mariners lose. What an abuse of an opportunity.
I mean, I could see it because we are down 5-2.
Really is. As we are looking at the 0-1, and now here's the pitch by Chargois, and that is going to be outside for a ball to Jake Cronenworth. Casey says, I told you, I try and support y'all on YouTube. It's an effort of love for sure. I really appreciate it. Because we deserve the coverage more than Root Sports doesn't deserve. And now here's the 1-1. Up high for a ball. That is a 2-1 count.
Well, thanks, Casey. It's pretty cool that you support Rooftop. He's a great guy. You couldn't have donated to a better guy.
I mean, yeah. And we're looking at the 2-1, and now here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-2, or 3-1. Oops.
You know, this is where I differ from a lot of managers. I don't know that I wouldn't pull Chargois if he can't get this guy because of the pivotal part in the
Ball
game.
4, take your base.
Yeah, I think I'd actually probably pull him.
Yeah, but then you're just yanking arms after arms. I mean, but it is a 5-2 game. And Oakland scores, but does it really matter at this point?
Yeah, a win is a win. Also,
at least it would break even.
Well, think about the A's fans. They just want to have a last couple wins before they move to Sacramento.
And we got a double play ball. Throw to second, throw to first. In time for the double play. And look at that. Oakland is scoring off of small ball bunts. And what did the Mariners try to do? Let's hit for home runs at T-Mobile. No. Wrong. You got to play
I
small ball
think
in T-Mobile.
I think Dan needs to do what he did the first night he came. You need to bunt, you need to hit singles, and then win some ball games.
Yeah, where
Forget
did
the
that
home run
go?
ball.
Oh, and it's going to be another score by Oakland. It's going to be 4-2.
Let's go.
But
That's
they
a
get the
big
out at
one.
second base. As
That's fine.
Dawes Cameron scores. He started that rally. Like father, like son.
If only we had a Mike Cameron on this team. At least he could hit the ball.
1-0. And it's a 2-0. Honestly, it's crazy? This is a crazy take. Mike Cameron as a person was way more likable than Ken Griffey Jr. as a person.
And that's not a hot take. It's true. Ken Griffey Jr., in my opinion, which a lot of Seattle fans are going to hate.
And now here's a fly ball to center field. Sorry to interrupt. And Julio makes the catch. And I'll retire the side. And yeah, you were saying about Griffey?
I heard a story once from a friend whose older brother tried to get an autograph from him, and Griffey wouldn't sign it because he quote unquote was too tired. All I heard about Griffey was he was a big D-bag to a lot of people, and truthfully, I mean, yeah, he's Seattle's kid. He did a lot of great plays. He helped the Mariners franchise, but ultimately he left, and everyone still idolizes Griffey, but a lot of people forget Edgar stayed with us the whole time, did just about the same amount of damage as Griffey, maybe not in the home run sense, but he carried us through both postseasons. Griffey really didn't carry us as hard as Edgar, and I just get fed up with the fact that people are like, oh, Griffey. Well, dude, you know what? Griffey's a great guy, but I think Mike Cameron meant more to the city, played better, and honestly, he replicated what we lost in Griffey, and, it really wasn't that big of a downgrade. So
the only thing, but he was not exactly great in the playoffs, and that was that's just to be a nitpicker on Mike Cameron.
Oh yeah,
when you compare him to Griffey. But even then, Griffey in his '97 playoffs with the Mariners, he also was very disappointing. And Casey says this: our team is so manic, I can't help but stick it out till the end, which we are. Because when you think they're dead, they are rise from the dead. Well, I think maybe they are dead. Let's think that way. They are dead. They're just dead.
Do the reverse psychology work real quick.
That's what I try to do. I've been trying to do that on Mariners fans on Twitter, and they don't get it. They're like, "Oh, you're such a negative bandwagon fan." It's like, no, I'm trying to twist things around.
We're trying to make something happen.
That's what, if you've seen Major League 2, that's what Randy Quaid, the big fan, was about.
That was Major League 2 is one of my favorite movies. I almost love it more than Major League 1 because of just how corny and funny it was.
Hey, vile thing, Mr. Choke thing. Say what you want. Anyone can say what they want about him, but he did have season tickets, and he went to every single game. He even traveled to games.
Yeah, that dude went to every game. Well, he's like that guy on the Angels, a miniature Ohtani dude. He goes to every Angels game, or did until Ohtani left. Like, he went to every Angels game, and I couldn't figure that out.
I wonder if these fans found a way. I wonder if these kind of people found a way to get passive income. Or maybe they got lucky in the stocks, so they can afford to do that for the rest of their lives.
You just gotta do it. You gotta think of it this way: like how much a normal season ticket membership for your home team is, and then you got to think you're buying tickets for every away game. Granted, you could buy the nosebleeds, but still, that's a lot of airfare and travel. You got to have just.
Now here's a fly ball and fouled. Went to the upper deck. Not really, but went to the second deck.
Got my hopes up for a second.
You were saying?
Just, I kind of forgot, so we're going to forget that. But I do have something else to say. If we're going to make a move, it's tonight. It starts with tonight. You build a win here, and you win out. That's it.
Uh-oh. And that's going to be a double. That's going to score in a run to make it 4-3 Houston.
That's fine.
And the pitch. Fine. And that is a ball 1-2.
How many outs in Houston's game? I can't see it.
0 outs right now. And that was Jason Hayward scoring.
The guy got DFA'd from the Dodgers after hitting a grand
slam. Home run. Another 3-run homer. And now here is a ground ball. And nothing doing on that one. And that's going to be out. He got 1 out so far.
Who's up to bat?
Not really a Papa Murphy's
I'm looking at.
guy. I don't know what to say about Papa Murphy's. I mean, you can toast it yourself, but the thing is, it's just not pizza ready.
It's good if you want it, like, if you're trying, I guess, a family kind of gathering where you don't care about time.
Yordan Alvarez is now batting great. And here's a Rosarena. Now here's a ground ball. You got to hustle your ass off, Randy. Okay, I'll give him that. Yeah. He did hustle on that one. I will give him that.
Yeah, he hustled. But again, another ground ball. Back-to-back ground balls by two hitters who need to hit home runs if they're going to hit.
Or at least extra base hits.
It's frustrating. Well, I'm kind of tuned into the Oakland game real quick to see if we can squeeze out a win there in Houston. But the runner's on third with one out. I'm not.
With Kyle Tucker.
Well, he is 0 for 5. 0 for 5?
Yeah, because they rushed his rehab. And we have a ground ball right to second base. Throw to first in time.
That's.
Oh, boy.
Even if they do get out of this, it's just the A's give the Mariners some hope, and the Mariners couldn't even do it themselves.
Uh-oh, we have a sacrifice fly. No, it's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah.
You know, I came across a very random video. I watched a video about Kmart.
Yeah.
Boy, it's such a depressing story. It's so bad.
About Kmart? That's crazy.
Their ultimate death blow was when they spent $11 billion to buy out Sears. It's like, why? You bought an already failing business for $11 billion.
Because they were stupid. They kind of thought they had money there, and they didn't.
No, that's when they were losing money, too.
That's what happens. But anyone know how Toys R Us came back? That's the real question.
Someone bought their liquidated name, and then they just went from there.
Oh, gotcha. You still work at Best Buy?
Yeah, I still do. It's what it is.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. You met some pretty cool people, if I remember correctly, at Best Buy.
Yeah, pretty much. I met Nelson Cruz, Robinson Cano over the years. This was like in my first separate time at Best Buy. I met D. Gordon when he was buying that Ken Griffey Jr. MLB The Show Now. And I actually said to him, like, hey, you know this is the same thing, right? And then he was like all highs, like, yeah, man, but I like Griffey on the cover. And I'm like, wow.
And then who knew
he bought the game
in the clubhouse?
Yeah, and then Scott Service did nothing about it.
That was another great blow there by Scott.
Yeah, no one caught that. They're like, oh, well, it was just unfortunate circumstance. No, because he failed to control the clubhouse.
Same thing with Gene Segura, except Segura at least could perform on the daily basis.
He did. As we've got Austin Voth coming in relief.
Has the A's game.
4-3 still. 1-1 pitch. And now here's a ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first in time, and the Oakland A's steal a game from the Astros, and it's now 4 games back. Now, if the Mariners can just win, will they win? No. And
no, but they're trying.
I'm going to put that on Twitter. And just like that, Astros literally know when to lose. That's what I'm convinced. They probably saw that Mariners game and they were like, oh, we don't have to win. It's all good. That's what the Astros probably did.
The Astros quite literally told their fans, hey, we're only going to win when the Mariners win. We'll throw every game besides.
Sounds about right. And we'll win once in a while when the Mariners also lose just to mess with them even more. It just as an insurance policy.
I mean, what's really upsetting is, say we get to within a game and we sweep the Astros and still end up 1 game short. It's going to be just that one frustrating game of knowing that 10-game losing streak. If Scott could have manned up, we could have been okay.
I'm gonna point out those games where, that's what, if the Mariners miss the playoffs by 1 game, I'll probably go to like every single game on the stats and say which one was that they should have won. And there's 2 of them for the Tigers. Like, you shouldn't have pulled Bryce Miller, shouldn't have pulled Brian Wu. Those 2 easy ones right there.
I'm going to take you one step further here, and I'm not going to tell you when it was, and I'm going to see if you can figure this game out, because this is the game that sticks out to me in all of the Mariners games. That this is the one that broke the camel's back. Hold on.
Yeah, you take your time
I'm
on
just
that.
Yeah.
As we're looking at the 3-2 for Donovan Solano, the pitch. And that is outside for ball 4. We got a leadoff walk.
So here's your 3 scores. These are 3 different games. It's a 1-2 loss on July 2024. There's a 1-2 loss on June 2024. And then to close it out, there is a, where was it here?
And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike.
There was a 1-3 loss that we had the lead in the 9th on May 25th.
Do you think Polanco running to second was a mistake? Absolutely. I didn't think he was going to. And I was shocked that he did.
It was the 7th when we blew it.
Yeah. As we are looking at the 0-2. And now the pitch. And that is a liner and fouled. As we're in the top of the 7th inning so far.
Anyways, I can tell you all these games. So the 1-2 loss is the Angels, which we had the lead. We blew it in the 8th. The 1-2 loss against the A's, we also blew late in the game. And then the 1-3 loss, we were tied 1-1 with the Nationals going in the 7th. We blew a 2-run lead, and we had the bases loaded, and we couldn't execute. 3 games right there, we win. This is a whole different outcome coming this season. And those are just 3.
Absolutely.
And that's not even the Tiger series. That's what's really upsetting to me.
Pretty much.
On a side note, not related to baseball, what did you think of J.K. Dobbins' amazing performance after every year tearing his ACL normally in week 1? What did you think? Is it a fluke, or was it just a one-game wonder?
Didn't really think much of it.
I understand that. I had him in fantasy, and I started him this week because I knew CMC
My fantasy team got absolutely obliterated.
I murdered someone. It's a 10-man league, but I have Cup, J.K. Dobbins, McCaffrey when he's actually unhealthy. I have Devontae.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Austin Voth gets a strikeout.
And Mike Evans. So I have a pretty stacked receiver room. And now that I know that Puka's gone, I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Who's your quarterback?
My quarterback, I have CJ Stroud and Jared Goff. And the pitch, and that is a strike.
That's good. The strike. We really need to get out of this inning without any runs, and then we need to put up 2 at least.
We got to do something, but with the bottom, I think it's close to the bottom of the lineup, so I don't know.
It should be. I want to say it's Rayleigh just got out.
Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. Now you got runners on first and second, and now this bullpen is not even doing that much better either than George Kirby.
Yeah, this is the give or take. It should be Justin Turner, Polanco, and Crawford.
Kevin Kirby says so many blown leads this year, especially against Detroit. Do you remember who started that game against KC when we were up 10-0? I think it was George Kirby. No, I think it was Bryce Miller, I think.
Don't bring that one up. I was trying to avoid that 10 runs squandering that we did.
It was much of a squander.
That one.
Now the pitch to Tatis,
that one pissed me.
And that is a foul ball.
There's no, in my opinion, in professional sports, regardless of what sport you're in, if you give up in baseball more than a 10-run lead, you're a horrible manager, you're a horrible team. In football, if you give up a 21-point lead, you're a horrible football team, aka the Falcons in the Super Bowl. If you're in the NBA and you let a team come back from 15-20 down, you are a horrible team. And in soccer, I don't want to even use this example, but if you're up 4-0 and then you lose the game 5-4, you should be banned. And we're not even going to get into hockey because hockey actually can change on a dime in a couple seconds. So I don't see that as a big
The
leap
pitch.
for. But
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Tatis.
that's a big strikeout actually because Tatis has
It's a
been hitting
really
this.
big strikeout. Yeah, he killed the Mariners.
Another guy that would have been nice to have. I would trade JP for him in a heartbeat.
If that's even realistic. And don't forget, he has a really big contract.
I'd rather pay his contract and have him than JP.
I guess so.
It's not.
The starter was Bryce Miller.
Bryce Miller. That's
Yep.
right. Miller had a great start, and then it all fell apart.
It's crazy to think that Bobby Witt Jr. was the other rookie aside from Julio Rodriguez. He is now having like he's basically doing what Julio Rodriguez should be doing.
Hot take. I wish we had taken Bobby Witt Jr.
I wonder where he was in the drafting.
I don't think we had a chance at him.
He was a number 2 overall pick in 2019, so there was no chance to get him anyway. Now here's the pitch, and that is low for a ball.
I mean, we could have traded some pitchers for the number 2 pick. We could have gotten rid of Kirby and someone else.
Well, I mean, can't really think about that now. And here is the 1-0 pitch, and that is low for a ball, 2-0. Flick of the switch says, thanks God it's football season. I mean, this Mariners season just won't die either. Come on. You think the Mariners brass is going to pay? Yeah, they won't.
I love Flick of the switch. He's so funny.
2-1. And that's going to be inside 3-0.
You are correct, Flick. No, we could literally we could have a shot to sign Soto for $1, and they'd be like, "Nope, too expensive. Can't afford it. Sorry, guys. Physically cannot afford the single dollar bill that we need to sign him."
Nope.
If they're going to help the Mariners.
Oh, ball 4. Take your base, and now the bases are loaded.
If a player is coming here to help Seattle, they're either getting traded, dumped, or hurt. If the player's coming in like I'm trying to think of the worst signing we had, Colton Wong, then the management's giving him $15 million, and they're excited. They know he's not going to perform.
AJ Pollock for a 1 year, $8 million. So they didn't have money for everyone else, but they had money for that.
Yeah. I watched what was it? I was watching the D-backs game the other day. Was not impressed with Suarez, but does anyone know the numbers on Suarez? Has he been doing good this season?
He's been doing a lot better. And really? And to Flick's point, the whole kind of hanging around, keeping you hoping. Like this Mariners season is like it's like having a friend zone friend that's keeping you hoping that she's gonna come around and escape that friend zone and become the girlfriend. Nope. That's what this season is.
I love your analogy you just did there. This is literally like the guy that wants to go out with. This is like the prom queen he's trying to go out with, but will never have it. But it just keeps hanging around. She keeps teasing him, leading him on to believe, and it's just
basically become and a ground ball, and that's gonna get right through for a base hit. At least 2 runs are gonna score on that, and that is gonna be a broken open game as it is now 7-2. That may just be the ball game right there.
That is the ball game. We can't manufacture.
And here's the thing, like personal thing. I've actually escaped the friend zone before. Here's my thing on it. Here's the lesson I've learned from it. It's still not worth it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what happened to the escape of the friend zone. Is she still around?
No, of course not. I'm just saying that's the lesson. Like even escaping it is still not worth it. Like advice to men after the friend zone happens. No. Get out. Just run. Block her number. Ghost her. Don't give her anything. Don't give her any attention. Don't even hope for attention.
This show has turned great from baseball to dating advice. Welcome to RoofTopSports Dating Hour. It's the power hour.
Don't open Pandora's box on that one.
What, it been bad? Has it been rough lately?
No, just I'm dating my own channel. That's what it is.
Hey man, you keep the channel happy, so you know it's going pretty successful, I'd say.
It's sugar daddy. That's what it is. I'm giving it time. A lot of time.
Way too much time. Just like
Probably.
what game were we? What game did we do that we should not have done? Like we got into it, you came back. Oh, it's the game we came back and then lost. You came back after we had like the we were down. We were like down. It was like tie game. You came back and we were like 6 runs down. I remember, and I came onto the show at the very end of it after you.
My most favorite game of this entire season that I ever covered was when they were getting obliterated by the Dodgers, and little to be known, that was also Scott Service's final game.
I do remember coming onto the show after and talking with you guys. We all talked, and the guy's like, Scott's getting fired, and I'm like, I don't think we can do it. The next day, instantly, Scott Service let go. That probably was the best day.
This game is an absolute nightmare to follow.
I'm trying to watch this. Like I'm splitting time watching it, and I'm also just trying to talk and figure out something. And there's nothing productive for me to say for this team.
No, because the Mariners are giving me nothing to hope for. And to even talk about.
Goodness gracious. And we're pitching Saucedo, which I just realized that's who that actually is in there.
They put Taylor Saucedo. That's when you know the game is over.
Yeah, because they put the Twitch boy up on the freaking mound. And
boy.
He got the out. Oh wow.
Well, I'm kind of behind on that one.
Sorry, that's my fault. I didn't mean to say it out loud.
It's all good. This game's already pretty much hopeless anyway. It's so hopeless that now my feed is now buffering.
No, dude, we got the best. It's buffering because it knows we're in for a big shock. We got the power guys coming up in the bottom of the inning. No, we don't. We have Justin Turner, Jorge Polanco, and J.P. Crawford and Josh Rojas. We are going to put up a big. We're going to put up a big goose egg.
Yep.
Watch
couldn't be any more correct. And by the way, I'm here. I got to ruin Flick of the Switch's night right now by singing "Take Me Out to the Freaking Ball Game." I'm gonna sing it right now, and with my buddy Darth Vader, James Earl Jones. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because the Astros lost. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Beautiful.
That's for you. That's for you, James Earl Jones. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Rest in peace, Mufasa. Rest in peace, Darth Vader. Rest in peace, the guy from Field of Dreams. Rest in peace, the guy, Babe Ruth's friend from Sandlot. Rest in peace, who else? The narrator in Click.
Rest in peace, the guy from the Tom Clancy movies he played. Great character.
Oh, Flick, what do we got here? Isn't it bad enough the Mariners suck now? Now you have to assault our here, but
Flick is so funny, dude. Like,
what's a YouTube without? Hey, Flick, do you ever put in the same effort on the other guys? Hey, how about this? Why don't you channel the same exact energy? Like, why don't you start making fun of Mojo, Marine Layer, Northwest Sports Fanatics?
He'll be blocked in 2 seconds. Oh, fun fact. So, I mean, you know this. So I do pyro for the Seahawks and a bunch of them. Guess which person I ran in from KJR this weekend?
Dave Softy Mahler.
I did run into Softy. Was not impressed.
Why?
I don't know. I just like all of them, like, because everyone does this. They have their streams and whatever, and then the radio show and stuff. And I mean, we're talking about podcasts and stuff just for a little bit, and it's just like I don't. I mean, I hate to be rude, but it's like if people just supported everyone's channel and tried to grow it, they could be a great community. And some people just don't want to do that. And I think
They
it's
don't.
crazy that KJR is willing to judge someone based off of another person's dislike. And that's why, to me, that's depressing.
I got lucky with Softy. He was on my show, so I got insanely lucky with him.
Yeah. I was going to say what we should do is get Steve Rabel on this channel.
Good luck.
I'll do it. I'll get Steve on for you one day. Guest appearance will be at the stadium, and I'll just pop in with Steve Rabel.
Just get Brett Boone on this show, and I'll be happy. And now here's the 1-2, up high for a ball, 2-2. No, that's the impression I've gotten out of the Mariners community is it feels like a clique. That's how it feels.
It is a clique, and you joined
very
too late.
cliquey.
They're upset that you're succeeding without being in their little clique.
They wouldn't even let me in their clique. Mojo definitely did not let me in their clique. And they have their friend, what's his name? The other guy. I'm not going to say it. But he has all the networking that he gets. He even got a free merchandise from them. The 3-2. Oh, ball 4, take your base. And I wonder if this starts. Nah, probably not. Why even get my hopes up? This is like...
He's got me.
This is the moment where the girl like kind of texted me and kind of gave me a nice little flirty hug. And I'm like, oh, this is the chance. Is this the chance? No, it's not. And now here is Jorge Polanco to the plate. And now the pitch and a ground ball foul.
Rooftop got too excited and jumped on the first pitch and popped out.
Probably
that girl.
Pretty much. Riley says, we're so cooked. Go D-backs. Who are the D-backs playing again?
D-backs are even worse than us.
The pitch. Outside for a ball. They're playing the Texas Rangers. And they're going to win. Because it's got to keep the... And isn't that great? We're going to play the Rangers when they have DeGrom and Scherzer back. What a troll job. The 1-1. And that's going to be a 2-1 count.
You know, want to know the most disappointing thing I think this season? So the Mariners, I've been looking at the home run numbers. So who is it? Mitch Haniger has had, I think he has 13 right now. He had 13 as of a month ago. Mike Yastrzemski had 3. Mike Yastrzemski now has 14 home runs.
That's embarrassing.
You're talking about a dude who's hit, he can't hit worth crap, and Mike Yastrzemski can pass you. Get out of here. And he just hit number 15 tonight. That's insane.
Like grandfather, like Big grandson.
Mike. I have a great story about that.
Me too.
We'll wait till you call the next
And now
pitch.
here's a fly ball popped up and... Oh, that drops in for a base hit. Tatis could not get there in time. And I'm telling you, this is where now the girl just kind of... She started
hanging around.
What did she do? So first she gave me a hug. And now what did she do on this one?
She catcalled you on that one right there.
What did she say?
She said, "Come here, boy," and you got a little
yeah,
more
that's
excited.
what she said. Yeah, she's like, "Come here, boy," and she's like all flirty.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going on right now. We're about
to get
punked
played
right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get played. It's gonna look just like Manti Te'o's girlfriend here in about 2 seconds. Don't worry.
Wasn't Manti Te'o like?
He's the one who got catfished.
Wait, so he had a girlfriend, but he
thought
didn't.
It was a real girl, but it wasn't. It was like some really ugly girl, and he thought this girl was beautiful. It was a big catfish situation. Notre Dame.
But they vilified Manti Te'o for it.
Yes.
He shouldn't have been vilified. It should have been more Manti Te'o, you dumbass.
Yeah, it should have been. But
they were like, Manti Te'o's a narcissist. No, he was just an idiot.
Yeah.
Now here is JP Crawford, and that is a strike. I mean, did he even bother Skyping the girl when it was Skype back then? Nope.
See, that's the thing. He said he talked to her and called her. That's what I don't understand with the whole
Yeah,
thing.
but didn't
like,
do a video call.
there's-
That's what he didn't do.
well, if he did, I don't know what picture he was looking at, but
Oh, yippee, swing and a miss. And this is where the girl, she's saying that usual Chad. That's what we're at right now.
well, it's because it's JP. JP tends to swing. and a
JP
miss.
ruins everything. This is bad. And we're looking at the 0-2 pitch for JP Crawford. Oh, how did the umpire not call a strike 3 on that? He should have called a strike 3
I
on
want you
that.
to know this
I
was
wanted him to
literally
call that a
right
strike
down the
3.
zone. It was right down the zone.
I wanted that to be a strike just so I can have my feelings validated. As we are looking at the 1-2 and the pitch. He should have taken one. He should have took one for the team.
Hot take. Hot take. Do you think JP gets a hit here?
No. Crawford should have taken the hit. You got to take one for the team. And now the 2-2 pitch. And now here's a ground line drive base hit. And I think that's going to get in Justin Turner. He is going to score. The Mariners finally score to make it 7-3 on a JP Crawford left field RBI single. And the girl, what did she do? Explain this one.
I think the girl is really teasing now. She's got you. She's now got you over to her house, but you're still outside the door, and she's saying she's gonna unlock it. But you're still at that door, being stupid, waiting for the perfect moment, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, I would have thought. Okay, yeah, definitely not inside the house yet.
No, he's outside. He's waiting at the door, and Dylan Moore is gonna be a pinch hitter, so that girl's definitely got us
yippee.
catfished.
Oh, yep. Here is how I feel about
Timo,
Dylan Moore.
baby.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Dylan Moore.
Demo.
I would have
He
done that
shouldn't
because
even be.
1 for 2. Tanner Scott, one of the pitchers the Mariners,
Bags.
and said they settled with Jimmy Garcia.
Yeah, and now look at Yimmy. He's yimming himself into the bullpen. Oh wait, he's hurt all season.
Yep, he's hurt. Dylan Moore with 10 home runs this season. He does well against the lefties.
We could use
That's why they
big.
did it. The pitch outside for a ball. So Dan Wilson even does that whole matchup BS too.
Well,
That's why
I'm
I think
wondering if who was hitting here originally though. Rojas. I don't know if this was more the fact that Rojas just can't hit the broadside of a barn.
1-2 or 1-0. That is going to be a ball 1-1. So JP Crawford actually got a single. That's very surprising.
I don't know how JP hit the ball. I want to.
Dylan Moore has 36 36 extra bases this season. The pitch, and that is a foul ball. He has a career high 70 hits. He's playing absolutely horrible, but he still has career high numbers. That's just sad.
It's because it's Dylan freaking Moore.
So he has pretty low standards, I guess.
Just like the girl.
As we are looking at the 2-1. And now the pitch. 2-2.
Yeah.
Great.
Did you see that swing? Did you see where he swung at that pitch?
It was a horrible swing. That's all I can say.
This man quite literally thinks he's Barry Bonds, apparently.
Guess so. And now it is the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and now he is out. And that is going to be one down.
We got the heart of the order. That means Julio's going to get up. My favorite player, Julio.
No, Julio was never not even my favorite player. He never was. My favorite player was Jared Kelnick.
I'm just kidding. Julio's never been my favorite player. Actually, I can't stand Julio.
I liked him in the minors, but that's about it.
That's because he was not causing us daily problems at the plate.
Now here's Victor Robles up to the plate with that bubble gum. You know, you should probably spit that out. See, spit out the bubble gum. What are you doing? That bubble gum is distracting. As we are looking at the 0-1 so far. And now, and bad camera job. And that's going to be a 1-1. More people are actually surprisingly tuning into this game. Why are you guys doing this to yourself? Oh, right, because you want to support this channel. I appreciate it. And you can support it more by donating to this channel. YouTube Super Chats.
It's because it's a we're keeping it entertaining for the fans. Victor.
And it's going to be a 1-2 count. And also note, tomorrow I am planning to come back tomorrow for the September 11th edition of the game. There's going to be a very 6:30. I'm going to do 6:20 as a start time because I have a lot of September 11 things to talk about. And we're looking at the 1-2 and now the pitch. I'm not going to talk about like whether it was a thing or anything like that. I'm not going to talk about like that.
Hopefully we weren't talking politically. I thought we were talking about
No, if I was talking politically, that would be the death blow of my channel.
Or it
I think
might
I've
skyrocket
had I think no, because then the YouTube police would get involved. The 1-2. Oh, and how was that not a strike? See, that's what Dylan Moore was banking on.
So
Dylan Moore was
banking
banking on something like that.
But this umpire's awful.
This umpire's terrible. And even if it does go on our side, he's still really bad. And you're ahead of me because you're on the MLB app. I'm on the Xfinity, and it's slow as garbage.
Yeah.
And now we are looking at the 2-2 for Victor Robles. I'm not even looking at my scoreboard either. And the 2-2 pitch. Oh, it's going to be a 3-2 count.
I'm telling you, dude. Oh, boy. Oh, you're gonna love your life.
Am I going to? I better love it. This better be good. I'll be disappointed. And now here's the 3-2. And he fouls it. That was right up the middle, too.
I'm telling you,
He
dude.
didn't make contact.
Hey, man. They're keeping it interesting, but don't worry. It's going to get better for you.
I think so. I mean, I hope so, because this game has been hopeless.
Well, just think who's on deck.
Julio only to ruin it. We're looking at the 3-2 and the pitch. Outside for ball 4. And Victor Robles loads the bases. And now we've got Julio Rodriguez up to the and I'm the only one excited about Julio. I'm gonna make that tweet. Am I the only Mariners fan not excited? Julio is up with the bases loaded. I think I'm pretty much.
Heck, I would like anyone but Julio up in this position, actually.
Ollie.
You know, actually, I kind of want Cal Raleigh to get up. So if Julio could just get hit by a pitch, that'd be great.
Yep. And Miles, thank you for being here. 7-3 so far. And you know what? I got to go to the bathroom because I'm probably going to. Yeah, you get the idea.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
All right, I'm back.
I loved that commercial. Really just got me in the vibe of some side paint paneling today. Oh boy.
Hopefully, I'll get some more commercials and they turn into sales for those businesses in the future. And we got
I'd
Julio
love it.
Rodriguez
Pitching
to the plate.
change. Jason
At
Adams
least
is
get
now
a
the pitcher.
single. Yeah. I mean, we'll take anything. Yep, Julio needs to get a big hit here. Really needs it badly. What's more likely, he's probably going to hit into a double play.
Don't speak of that ever again. Knock on wood.
Nah, I won't. And now they're going with that righty-righty matchup. They didn't want Tanner Scott dealing with it. And this is Jason Adams. You're not going to get much out of him either. And now we're looking at the pitch by Julio Rodriguez, or to Julio, and that's going to be a strike. Versus righties, he bats that's. And yep, that was a strike. That was right there. And now we're looking at the 0-1 pitch for Julio Rodriguez. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be just outside for a ball. It's going to be a 1-1 count.
Yeah. Come on, Julio, do something.
Julio, cringe.
That's what
So
I
American
call him.
of you. And
I
now
call him
here is
Julio.
the 1-1. And now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And he can't even hit anything of that. And now that's going to be a 1-2 count. Last time Julio Rodriguez hit a home run, it was on July 15th, 2022, when it was a grand slam home run. As now we're looking at the 1-2. And now here is the pitch. Outside for a ball. He was tempted to swing at that one. And that's going to be a 2-2 the count on Julio Rodriguez. Cal Raleigh is going to be on deck. 5 grand slams this season. Cal Raleigh twice. Mitch Haniger, J.P. Crawford, and Justin Turner. Julio looking to be number 6, but it's very unlikely. The 2-2. And now here's a ground ball, double play ball. Throw to second and throw to first. And where was the effort from Julio? He doesn't even hustle. What is he doing?
I was trying to keep my tongue there, waiting for you to freak out.
And I did freak out, rightfully so.
Man, I honestly believe... I honestly believe Julio likes watching this team lose.
I think he does. You know what? Maybe it's because that Kevin Mather guy was like, "Oh yeah, Julio's English is not that good." Remember that?
I do.
You know, that was the one time where, because usually I don't like the political stuff, but with the whole narrative that Kevin Mather's a how should I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that. I actually jumped on that bandwagon because I was that desperate to get him out of the team. That's how desperate I was. It was like, if I actually jumped on that wagon where I was like, oh yeah, Kevin Mather's an asshole, or he hates Julio's kind. He hates paying for interpreters.
Hey man, getting rid of him was great, and then I realized that it's more than him. It's John Stanton.
It's even more than John Stanton. It's the board members.
Howard Lincoln. Mm-hmm.
Chuck Armstrong. Oh, no, Chuck Armstrong's enjoying retirement. John Ellis is still hanging around. So this team is still run by the same stooges.
The fact you think that he's retired, I guarantee he still fills in at board meetings and probably gives them his advice too.
Yeah, even if Steve Jobs, not Steve Jobs. John Stanton is Steve Jobs right now. So let's say he wanted to, hey, can I get some money for Juan Soto? They're going to say, no. You have to go to the board.
Well, the board
and when your business is run by the board, you're kind of in trouble.
I think that's been the Mariners' problem for the entire time. Is we've always been run by a group, and they just haven't had the money to do it correctly. I think they've had the money; they haven't had the people to push the money out, I should say.
And you know this game is over when Edward Bizzardo is pitching.
Hey, don't flame my boy Brizardo like that. He's a great pitcher. What are you talking about?
He's working on an 0-2 count so far on Xander Bogaerts.
That's great. He could strike out Xander for the next 10 years, and I still would say he's garbage.
Game is painful.
We're throwing the entire bullpen. The
0-2.
good news is we did get a run. We did get a run.
We did get a run. We did get a run, huh? We got a run? You know how I feel about that? And a
Amen.
swing and a miss, strike 3. There goes Bogaerts.
Play it again. It's doing magic.
Very much magic.
And either Altuve or Freddie Freeman will be the next 3,000th hitter. But that's a good question. Who will be the next guy to have 3K? Probably
It
Bobby
would
Witt.
be. And there's Jackson Merrill, and that's a foul ball. Hey, Rooftop, who is the next 3,000 hitter? Freddie Freeman, Jose Altuve, or neither? I'm going to say Altuve.
Neither.
Altuve seems to have
Bobby
the
Witt.
longevity.
It'll be Bobby Witt or Holiday. It won't be Altuve because Altuve won't make it that much longer. What's
You don't
he
think
at?
so, huh?
I don't think
He's
that
definitely
close.
around 2,000. Now we're looking at the 1-1 so far. And the pitch. And that is a strike. Altuve is 34 years old.
How many hits?
He is now 22-18, so it looks
Not
like
a
he may
chance.
not make it. No.
He's not Pete Rose.
No. Not even Ichiro either. And the pitch. But he is rivaling with the greatness of Craig Biggio.
Ooh.
Altuve's been with the team since 2011. So he was there during the National League era.
Yeah, when they sucked and Altuve sucked, then magically got really, really good, really, really quick.
Because they had a great farm system. That's what it was. Now here's a fly ball to left field and foul.
Yeah, they had a great farm system of trash cans down there in Houston. They banged them all day, all week.
I see what you mean.
That's just me being a salty Mariners fan. No, the Astros had a great farm system, and they knew how to build a team, and Dusty Baker was the manager to put that team to the next level.
You know, according to Mariners fans, it was Houston's cheating fault that they couldn't make the playoffs during the first few years of Scott's service with Nelson Cruz and Robinson.
It was not at all. I don't care if the Mariners were going to lose in the first round if they had made it. They weren't a good team. 2022 was a fluke, and people need to realize that.
Was an absolute fluke. As we are looking at the 3-2 and the pitch. Check swing. He did go, and that's going to be 2 outs.
Amen. How hard?
Craig Biggio was with the team from 1988 all the way until 2007. Wow.
Kevin Kirby said, how hard is it not to pound a ball into the ground with a guy at first? Get the ball in the air, not hard. Well, you know, Kevin, if that was such an easy thing done, then we would probably have the best hitting team in Seattle. But unfortunately, it's a little harder than it sounds to put the ball in play.
I mean, you still.
I'm sure.
I mean, even with sign stealing, I still think the Mariners screw it up. It doesn't matter.
No, they're just.
Donovan Solano has been responsible for 2 of those runs for the Padres, as he did get on base. As we are looking at the 0-2, and now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball right to Dylan Moore, throw to first. And that is in time, and that's going to retire the side as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Mariners are running out of time, though, but it is 7-3. And because of my frustrations, I got to vent off to a commercial again. SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut. Yeah, go with your own gut. This really irks me.
How was it a fluke? I'll tell you how it was a fluke. We had turned a season around off of a poster that everyone said believe. We got in the playoffs. We played two amazing games against Toronto to get in there, and then we fell apart against the Astros. It was a fluke because we shouldn't have been there in the first place. We had a good run at the end of the season to get there, and Cal Raleigh sealed the deal. But if you're saying it was not a fluke, then how come the next season we didn't even come close to making the playoffs?
We did. We missed the playoffs by one game.
Yep, that's not close enough for me. How do you go from making the playoffs to missing it by a game? There's clearly a problem.
Now our team's in complete disarray since 2022.
Yeah, so
you know what Mariner fans would say? At least we had that 1995 run. That's what they're gonna say. At least we won 116.
Let's not bring up 2001 when we should have won the World Series and we quite literally lost.
You know who Mariner fans blamed? You know who they blamed for the Mariners losing? They blamed 9/11.
Yeah, you know.
But here's the thing: they still wouldn't have won.
I
still think they would lose.
I don't think. Even if they somehow survive the Yankees and get on to the next round,
0-1, swing and a miss, strike two.
I don't think they had enough in them.
At least we have Ichiro in a walker. Yep, that's Josh.
Dude, who was
that's
the
Josh
guy
for you?
Who was the guy?
That was Chad. Ken Griffey Jr. in a walker.
That was the greatest.
World Series, baby!
Mitch Haniger, World Series, baby.
0-2. And that is low for a ball.
I can't tell you
he's 93 years old.
That was arguably one of my favorite. That might be one of my favorite Seattle sports moments right there. Mitch Haniger, baby. World Series, baby.
Yeah, the 1-2. Now here's a liner caught by the first baseman Solano. And now the Mariners are 5 outs away from losing this game in humiliating fashion.
Inevitability.
And painfully so. Do you think cheating is going to hurt Altuve's Hall of Fame chances? I don't think so.
Nope. I think anyone but Pete Rose can cheat and get into the Hall of Fame. Quite literally.
The thing is, Pete Rose didn't even cheat. He just gambled on his own team. Or against his own team at times.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think he was throwing. I think he truthfully just placed bets.
Yeah, he was just doing it casually. I mean, he did it very impulsively, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, did you watch the documentary on HBO about him? It's quite interesting.
I guess so. Yeah, I should. And the pitch. Can't believe how much HBO has. They own Lord of the Rings, all the Cartoon Network stuff, Warner Brothers stuff, everything you can think of. But now Warner Brothers is pretty much a shell of its former self, unfortunately. The 1 and 2. Like, DC has disappointed. As we are looking at a 2 and 2. For Randy Rosarena and the pitch. And a ground ball, foul ball. This game has been painful to watch. The pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. What kind of game am I watching? This is not fun to watch. My goal is to be 3 back of the Astros before that series. Not crazy. Only have to make up a game and a half. Yeah, but are you really going to sweep the Astros in that critical time? Probably not. And the pitch to Luke Raley, and that is a strike as he swings and misses. And Ian, I think you lost your feed. And we're looking at the 0-1 so far and the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. 1-1. As we are looking at the 1-1 for Raley. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. And now we are looking at the 1-2. And the pitch. Oh, inside, and that nearly got him. And that's going to be 2-2. Yeah, I think we did in August. And now here is the 2-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball.
Sorry, my connection had bit the dust, just kind of like the Mariners' offense tonight.
Yeah, pretty much. Surprisingly, I still have a lot of people on this show.
It's because it's a good stream. What can you say?
And we're looking at the 2-2 and the pitch. And check swing, he does not go, and that's going to be 3-2.
The good news is we're drawing walks. The bad news is we're just playing bad baseball. What can you say?
As Luke Raley does walk on that one.
Yeah, I think
And Justin Turner is going to be up to the plate.
Yep.
It's crazy that Mariners made all these trades, and they were expected to be winning trades, and nope, not so much.
That's because we don't know how to play baseball when it comes down to it.
Nope. At least we have 10 hits. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Whoever said that, that's beautiful.
Kevin Kirby. It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, our 10 hits is changing the outcome.
Wish I can tip you $5 for that.
Rooftop, tip your own channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to pay taxes for that. And I have to pay YouTube 30% for doing that.
To tip your own channel?
Yeah.
How come?
YouTube takes 30% of any revenue.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Justin Turner's 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and he did score. And that was the last inning in the 7th inning. Had the momentum going, and then Julio completely screwed it up, along with Dylan Moore.
We're not going to talk about Demo's pathetic strikeout and then Julio
Double play.
I don't have much to talk about Julio today, except that I truthfully would send him to AAA.
I would too. And the pitch. But it's kind of too late to do it at this point. But maybe for at least a game.
Give him a reality check that he's not. I don't know.
At least get his confidence back.
If that
1-0. And he chased that one. That's going to be a 1-1 count.
Yeah, he's all over the place tonight.
And the 1-1. And that's going to be a ball. As we're looking at the 2-1 count so far for Justin Turner. And the 2-1 pitch. And that is a strike, 2-2.
I don't,
Or
what?
still looking at a 2-2.
Yeah.
Wonder what Justin Turner can really do.
Hit a 2-run home run.
Would be really nice.
Or walk.
Or anything.
Bunt. Base hit.
And now we've got the 2-2. And here it is. Outside for a ball. 3-2, the full count. Can't believe I benched Tatis. I could have had 3 more RBIs on my fantasy team.
Yeah, our season's over. Ours is playoffs, and I made it, but then I lost in the first round because I
A
had
pitch. Outside for ball 4, and the teasing hope continues.
Well, it's only gonna get worse. What, we're gonna load him up again, and Julio's gonna come up and hit another double play ball.
But Julio's not going to be up anytime soon, though. That's the difference. It's going to be Jorge Polanco, JP Crawford, and Josh Rojas.
Sorry, we're gonna be within 1 run of tying, and Julio's gonna get up and be like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this."
I got this. And now they're going to the bullpen again.
Yep.
Oh, boy. What kind of commercial is this? It's got to be a McDonald's commercial. No, it's Sonic.
Yeah, it's Sonic. And it's
they named their own burger quarter pound, just like McDonald's.
Hey, they're just trying to.
Why take a McDonald's? Double quarter pounder with cheese is better than the Big Mac. Big Mac is overrated.
I can't argue. Flexing the Calvin Johnson jersey right here. I can't argue that. I really can't.
Double quarter pounder with cheese is way better than the Big Mac. Big Mac, their patties are small. They're not even big patties anymore.
Well, that's because it's no longer a Big Mac, but
it's still called the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Big Mac is a joke.
Well, they can't not call it the Big Mac. I mean, if they take the name away, then is it really McDonald's anymore? And then you get into a big debate with what it is.
Well, did you know that McDonald's, the original founders, were not the ones that actually built McDonald's to what it is? I mean, you probably saw that Founder movie with Michael Keaton as Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
Too much bread on the Big Mac? I agree. Way too much bread on that Big Mac.
I haven't had a Big Mac in a while, so I couldn't answer that question for you. But I'd assume too much bread probably.
Don't do the burgers. It's Cajun.
Cajun. Huh. Cajun? Why would it be Cajun?
What are you talking about, Casey?
Yeah, what's Cajun?
McChicken? Yeah? No, spicy McChicken is good.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean the Big Mac's a Cajun burger now?
Honestly, the best burgers to have is any small business that carries a burger, any food truck that carries a burger. Those are the best ones to have.
What's your favorite one in Seattle there, Rooftop or Mercer?
What? A burger?
Yeah, burger. Burgermeister?
Burgermeister's pretty good. I like Burgermeister. And the pitch? No, Triple X was where it was at.
Yeah, well, that's because their food was 3 times the size of plate. And actually, fun fact for you, Triple X used to be in Auburn before it became Big Daddy's, and then they tore that down too.
And now they're all closed.
Yep, no Triple X
anymore. It's pretty tragic.
I went for the root beer, dude. That root beer hit differently.
Oh, we don't really have those kind of places anymore. Like places with actual soul and a heart. Now it's
Hey,
all corporate-y and garbage and whatever.
but they can't have them anymore.
The 2-0. And why did you chase that, Polanco? Like, why? 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 You know what's even more tragic about McDonald's? None of us will never know the actual taste of McDonald's before Ray Kroc took over. None of us will ever know what it actually tasted like.
It's true.
2-1. And now here's a liner and caught by the... Excuse me. I got to put myself in a fetal position. Commercial commencing.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
This is painful.
Yeah, it is. It's more than painful, actually.
Here's a funny question. It goes, which one was worse, the debate or the Mariners game? I watched the debate myself for a few minutes, and I was like, "Oh God, can the clock just please move to 6:30 so I can just hit the live button and not watch the debate?" That's how I felt.
The debate was worse than the Mariners game, and it was, in my opinion. Now, I don't know if I get blackballed off the channel here by YouTube, but I think both parties were just absolutely disgusting in that debate.
I think you can say that. I think you can get away with saying both are disgusting because at least you're hammering one of them.
Yeah, I am. It just, both are disgusting, and I can't support that.
Yeah, that's why I'm an independent myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Put it this way, I shouldn't be saying this, but I've burned bridges with both sides. None of them like me.
That's how it goes. What can you say?
You know, there's the blue pill, the red pill. We are the black pilled.
Yeah, and then there's RoofTopSports pill sitting there in the corner.
No, when I was at school, I wasn't even with the nerds or the popular kids. I was literally myself. Literally the O2. Like, I didn't have a group to associate with. There's a day I'm with the upper class. The other day, there was actually a day I was with eating lunch with kids that used to bully me at school. I still ate lunch with them.
You are quite the student, weren't you?
No, it's funny. Like, there was a kid I claimed that bullied me, so I kind of defended myself. Both of us got suspended, and then the next year at school, we were just friends as if nothing happened. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
That's normally how it goes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, just get it out. Sometimes you just gotta get it out of your systems and just get it. So I get the tensions out, and then we're like, "Oh, yeah, it's not a big deal."
Just trying to watch the game, and it's just, I can't.
Now here's a liner, and that's gonna drop in for a base hit. Casey says, "That's why I'm following y'all and not watching. Nobody can argue and coexist. It's effing stupid." Yes, it is. Sucks we have to pick one. Yes, it is. You know, at some point, I'm gonna say it too. I actually liked the yellow guy, if you know what I mean. He was once the yellow guy, and now he can't run anymore because, yeah. Now the pitch to Tatis. Low for a ball.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes. I am that guy, as you can tell. I am not that guy or that guy. I am this guy, the crazy guy that doesn't like both. The 1-0. Ground ball foul. Or not even a ground ball. That was a foul off the foot. This game has really been lost because of Fernando Tatis, who hit that 3-run homer. The worst part of that, the Mariners were still in it. And now it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it'd be a 4-3 ball game otherwise.
You know what's even more tragic is Ty France has turned into a 300 hitter, and I know why, because we have bad coaching. I think if we at least had Dan Wilson and Edgar, he would have been maybe a 260 hitter.
Yeah, he would have been a lot better than what he was this year.
I think Scott Service broke him.
I think Service broke every player on this team and then promised results and then realized he couldn't fix the damage he had caused them.
Yeah. And now the pitch. Look at that. The PS5. See, here's the thing. Everyone's all hung up on the debate on whether you want Trump or Harris, but I think the real controversy is this. The PS5 Pro being $700 with no disk drive. What is that?
That is
I think that's the real thing that we can all unite that that's a ridiculous price tag. But hey, inflation, right?
It's pretty bad.
Video games are unplayable these days, and some claim that we are in the middle of a video game crash, and I do agree, and I do think the video game industry needs to crash.
I'm not going to answer that last question. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, I can't. None of us can. We don't want to get into the YouTube police, and we don't want to. I mean, I've already had a YouTuber that claimed that I was that just all over a Cleveland Indians comment. And the pitch. And now here is a fly ball, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And runner's probably going to move to third base because of nope, it's a first and second. Random. Do you blame the schools for all the things that are going on with the schools? You know what? I don't want to talk about it too much, but all I can say is if you are a new mom and dad, here's what I would do. First off, I hope you have a great relationship with your own mom and dad and embrace the multi-generationism. I think you should probably look into that because one, you'll save a lot of money, and two, another extra mentor for kids to look up to. Because you know the old saying, parents do the raising, grandparents do the spoiling. Actually, my grandma also raised me and spoiled me, but it was actually a little bit of mixture, but it was interesting. I don't know. And now we're looking at the 0-1, and now the pitch, and that is a strike. NCAA 25, don't even bother getting that game, Kevin Kirby. Here's my suggestions. Just get Retro Bowl on your phone, and that's all the football that you need. You get Dynasty mode, you can draft, you can trade for picks, you can trade your picks away. Let's just do that. Play Retro Bowl on your phone. That's the only football game you need. You don't need Madden. You don't need old 2K, 2K5. You just need Retro Bowl.
Are you sponsored by Retro Bowl? Because they love that commercial.
No, I just love that game so much.
Which one, the college or the pro edition?
Pro. College is still incomplete, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
College still needs work. But it's easier to be a mobile quarterback in college, obviously, because the defenses are even lesser.
Yes.
I'm now with the Minnesota. I've played with Cleveland Browns, Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Vegas Raiders, and the pitch. Oh, and a fly ball drilled. No, not drilled. I thought that was drilled. And runner moved to third base.
I love that right there. Fly ball drill, and just wait. Just teasing you guys. Getting you ready.
Only things that sold better are the DS and the PS2. Wow. Quite an accomplishment for the Switch. I have a Switch myself.
You like the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, it has its charm.
You know, I wouldn't even be facing Machado right here. I wouldn't do it.
Just intentionally. Like, remember I told George Kirby to do it, but he didn't listen. Madden's been the same since like 2008, the pitch. And everyone should have saw the red flag when EA Sports bought out the rights from the NFL. And now we don't really have a legitimate simulation. The funny thing is, you can still do non-simulation NFL licensed football games as long as it's not considered simulation. So you can do like an arcade style game and you can have all the rosters because the NFLPA will allow it. So that's okay. But for a simulation game, nah. But the thing is, I don't think it matters. Swing and a miss, strike two. Nintendo is the only reason why there isn't a full-blown video game crash. Yeah, pretty much. You know, I heard that GameStop is looking into selling retro games again, which I think that's the best option they have right now. It is a pretty underserved market. The pitch. And that is going to be fielded by Luke Raley, and that will retire the side. But yeah, I think, because right now the most notable retro game store right now is DK Oldies. You've probably seen them on YouTube before. But if GameStop can get it right and tap into that market where they can sell old nostalgic games and the consoles, they can get back into it. And plus, maybe my GameStop stock can go up because I bought it at $30 per share, baby. And I thought it was going to go to 60 at one point, but it turns out I should have waited until it got to 20.
Well, when did you buy after the whole thing when the guy made the millions, right?
I wasn't part of that. I didn't get into that. I got into stocks way too late. Now I'm like checking my stocks every single day.
I haven't checked my stocks. Let's look at my stocks today. How do you think we did?
Which, by the way, if you are, the moment you turn 18 years old, the first thing that you guys are doing, you are opening an IRA account. Traditional or Roth. And you're going to put $50 to $100 a month and put it into an index fund or put it into a stock that you're comfortable with. And by the way, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do not use my advice verbatim. Use it as a guide. That is it. Do not quote me.
A lot of them are up today, surprisingly.
Yeah, I have some shares on FUBO TV. It's like less than $2 a share. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play with the penny stocks.
How's that going?
Nah, not so good. It's one of those. That's the thing about stocks. It's a long game. It's not a get rich quick scheme.
It's either that, unless you have one that you could get rich quick, which certain people maybe in power have taken advantage of.
And now here is JP Crawford. And I just want to let you guys know that I am open to inviting people into the show after this game. And I will put the link right there. Post-game show will be after this game. Hopefully get some fans over so we could have Chad saying, World Series, baby!
That was the craziest thing that ever happened to us.
Oh, but we love Hanny, baby!
Yeah, we do. We do, baby. We love to see Mitch Haniger come back. World Series, baby.
2-0. Wow, look at that. Literally right down the middle, and JP still misses it. That is hilarious.
Because JP couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Nope. Get this guy a tennis racket.
It wouldn't help him.
Seriously, get this guy a tennis racket. As we are looking at a 2-2 count so far. And now here is the pitch. And now here's a liner caught by Machado, and that's going to be one out. As this game has gone completely hopeless.
Yeah. But doing more at bat.
Yeah, it's a tough one too. I mean, you talk about magic numbers, then all of a sudden, first 15 set magic number. That's where it starts to get tough.
Yep, Dylan Moore pops it and out of play, as if we got one out so far. And now we're looking at the 0-1 so far. And now here is the pitch. Low for a ball, and that is 1-1. This game is sad. I remember when this game started, I actually almost fell asleep watching this game. And now we're looking at the 1-1 and the pitch. And that is popped up and fouled. Josh, it's good to see you again. But sorry about your A's. They are not your A's. Your Astros lost, but we'll take it. At least it'll break even. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs, and the Mariners are down to their final out.
Hey, it's almost over.
Jimmy Moyer, he might be old, but he might get you 1 win. World Series, baby. He might be 100, but it's fine. He will carry us. It's almost like he knows that. It's almost like he was there when Shad was there. And the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. He had a ground rule double. And he had a single. A bunt single, that was. And the pitch. And now here's a liner, and that is going to be a base hit to right field. And the Mariners are still trying to go down with a little bit of a wimpy fight. And now here's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And now here's Julio. He had many opportunities to win the game for the Mariners, and he miserably failed in the pitch. And that is a foul ball. And Josh was actually there when Chad was having that rant. Oh for 4. He grounded into a double play. And we're looking at the 0-1 so far. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it is game time. Mariners had a 2-0 lead. And look how loud these fans really are. They're standing up and cheering for their Padres, and the Mariner fans are just dead silent. And that is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. The Mariners take, or the Padres take game 1 of this 2-game set, and they lose the game on the Minnesota Twins, and they at least break even on the Houston Astros. So the Mariners are 4.5 back. And the Mariners are 4 back from the wild card. And right now, if anyone wants to join the show to vent about the Mariners, this is your opportunity to join the show. And Ian, take it away. Any thoughts on this game? I think Ian's probably lost at the very moment, unfortunately. Well, looks like Ian is lost at the very moment, but oh, you're still here. So Ian, take it away. Any thoughts on this tragic game?
No, I was mentally trying to prepare myself for this convo. That's why I kind of just went blank there for a second.
All good.
We got out hit, we got out pitched, and we got outclassed. And it's another loss that, ultimately, let me double check the standings where we could have gained ground and we didn't. And we can't do it. We're not going to be able to run them down in time.
No, time is running out because we're at 20 days left, 4.5 back. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can make a comeback.
I don't think they can. And what time did you want to do the show tomorrow?
We're looking at 6:20, but I am still not confirmed about the show.
Okay.
And it looks like I'm not be able to draw anyone to the show anyway. So I may just end it unless there's anyone that would like to come in and express the thoughts. But otherwise, I'm in the tank. I got to cut some videos out.
Do it, and I'll be on with you tomorrow. We can hopefully have a better show.
Yeah, hopefully have a better game tomorrow with Brian Wu pitching. So you would think with Brian Wu, it's a very advantageous opportunity for the Mariners to figure it out.
I would hope so.
Yeah, hope so too. Well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to take off, and tomorrow I'll keep you guys updated. If I end up doing the game tomorrow, which is a pretty high chance, but you never know because work life can get in the way. But that's going to do it. Thank you very much for being on the show and painfully saying, go Mariners.